さあ、最後の事件を始めようか。Howdy everybody, and welcome to the final part of Kamen Rider Build on this week's episode of the Toku Roundup. Yeehaw!
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 I'm your resident Radiant Rider, Silver Maxis, and with us we have the flamboyant flyer, Flutter Guy 98.
Ori! Danjo!
The adventurer of Egg, Guts Masterson.
I wish I had a full bottle so I could make a joke.
The Riddle God, DLBot 2016.
Wait, hold on. Gus, what joke do you want to make?
I don't know. Any.
Okay. Watashi wa Akami da. Wait, what's this? We have someone else joining us.
Yes, we have our special guest, TheDragoon.
Watashi ga kita!
And ladies and gentlemen, we are finally on the final part of Kamen Rider Build. Our first full Kamen Rider series that we have finished on this channel. And I am hyped!
Hell yeah.
Wait, but Silver, you don't get hype. You stay hyped.
Hype.
Hype.
Also, for those who are wondering, what's it to fight this is a guy. Mine, Dragoon's a close friend of mine, and the reason for being here is things we'll get into much later.
Yes, indeed.
Much
here.
later.
The fact of the matter is
now,
that...
let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that we've been covering Kamen Rider Build since episode 1. Like, ever since it just started off in the news, and then we finally got to the series. We've been loving it ever since, and now we're finally at the end. It's... You know, it's kind of sad, actually.
Would you say that
It's the final. It's the final stop on the hype train.
Silver, would you say it's time to say goodbye?
Tight.
This is not Ruby!
Yeah.
Slipper! Thwack!
As I was saying before, we boarded this hype train when build was only a rumor, and we had weird details of two Kamen Riders called Pain and Roots. We watched the dramatic relationship between the two heroes of Kiryu Sento and Banjo Ryuga, and now we have reached the final, the final destination of Kamen Rider Build. But we'll get to that more in the retrospective.
Of course.
So
Anyways.
for now, do we start with the Loop v. Pat episode?
Well, we gotta start off with the news first. Well, first we gotta start off with last week's keyword puzzle.
Even before that, we have to deal with last week's keyword puzzle.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting then.
No worries.
It's
I'm
no
sorry
it's
for
no
jumping the gun.
It's no worries. He's got this. That's not a bad thing to be a parrot.
So anyways, last week's keywords were inspiration, firearm, and paradox.
And the answer
Well, hang on.
is
Dragoon, do you have any last minute guess of what it could be?
No.
Oh, you guys are gonna kick yourselves because the answer is Carter Grayson, Lightspeed Rescue Red.
Oh! Because he was inspired by the commander.
yes. He
I don't know the other
usually built a firearm. Now, I know many are thinking, why a paradox? Well, simple. Because
Oh wait, I know this one. I know this one.
Let's go ahead.
It's because of the fact that he went through a time loop with that weird hover vehicle.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And all I have to say right now is, fooled you.
Well, you didn't fool me.
If
Really,
do
you
my
didn't
combos
guess Carter Grayson.
Eh,
Did you, Guts?
Hey, but I wasn't wrong.
Fair enough.
To be fair, Silver, you didn't really fool him. He just abstained completely.
Fair enough.
That's the joke.
You suck,
You
Suck
McGuts.
me guts.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Anyways,
Dragoon, keep something in mind here.
Exactly.
One of our catchphrases is here on Toku Roundup is we are all just a bunch of jokers.
Yeah, we
man, what a bunch of jokers.
That was Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes. Anyway, shall we get on with the news?
Why start now?
Hey, you stole my line!
Who do you think you are, Alti? Anyways, news roundup, starto!
Yeah,
Oh,
dramatic music transition.
And I forgot I need to get out the timer for this because, we're starting to
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it on my phone.
Okay. So, let's start off with, who wants to take this one?
What are we talking about
Oh,
first?
me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Has anyone
actually,
wait,
actually,
wait, I just realized something. No one's linked the doc to Dragoon.
Here, I'll share it.
Dragoon? Wait.
Here,
I was
use
going to
this.
say he can still access it in the pinned messages.
Whatever, I'm here.
Okay,
Anyways,
so
continue. So let's get started.
starting the timer. Okay, so Rampage subs who are currently working on a Blue SWAT fan sub have finished their long project of the first Super Sentai Himitsu Sentai Goranger that ran from April 5th, 1995 to March 26th.
1975.
Yeah, 1975.
Sorry, my mouth. I often say and hear wrong
Botch.
things. But staying focused. It ran from April 5th, 1975 to March 26th, 1977, and has an episode length of 84 episodes.
Yeesh,
All
that's a
the
lot.
staff from the group have expressed the trials and tribulations that came from subbing this series, and from all of us at the Toku Roundup, we wish them congratulations, Mazel Tov, and good luck on their progress in Blue SWAT.
To quote Full Metal Alchemist, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
I thought that was Ava that did the congratulations.
And the Penguin.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Full Metal Alchemist, so, and I remember that because Maze Hughes' daughter Alicia was told Winry that if you say congratulations to someone a bunch on their birthday, good things will happen. Oh, Hughes, why?
Don't remind me, Silver.
Oi!
Daddy in the ground. He's got work.
Flap! Flap, flap, flap! Focus!
Right. Sorry. So yeah,
Anyway.
if you want to go and see this part of Super Sentai history, by all means, go right ahead. Anyways, next up.
I wish I could have watched a few episodes to give you all just a brief glimpse, but I got lazy.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, next up we have the Rogue Hyper Battle video. Who wants to cover
Starting the
this one?
timer.
I'll take this one. If you all thought we were done with build, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. We're still not done. We have the Kamen Rider Battle video that focuses on Gentoku, aka our favorite purple rider.
Mm-hmm.
He will be in her battle. He will become none other than Prime Rogue. Yeah, Prime Rogue.
Well, that's just Prime.
Scotsman's not going to be happy you stole his joke.
Yeah, well, he's not here.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean we get to do a bad Scotch accent when we get the Ultraman news?
Exactly.
Yes, we do.
Yes!
Anyway.
Actually, I think we should TheDragoon have a turn with that. When we get
I
to it.
agree.
Oh,
But,
jeez.
but anyway,
What do I do?
basically when we get
Well,
to the ultimate
we'll get
news,
there. Dragoon, we'll explain when we get there.
right. But this will basically give him of a new form, which I'm sorry, is it just me or does Toku look like Superman and with his prime robe?
Also,
I don't know about that, but
I'll have repainted and remodeled full bottle.
Yeah, but it'll
I
take
love
place.
how it's too
oh my
hassle.
god, he is wearing a build driver. I just realized that.
Yeah, that's something I was about to bring up once DLBot finishes this.
How many build drivers are there?
Yo,
Yes.
Yo!
I knew it.
All
I'm
right.
surrounded by build drivers.
but
I wish I was surrounded by build drivers, but I don't have the money.
Fair enough.
But in addition to this hyper battle video, which I'm gonna call it now is a dream, we have a new V-Cinema! Kamen Rider Build, New World, Kamen Rider Cross. Oh dear, I'm scared.
Which gives us a genius repaint.
Wait, actually, I would prefer if we talked more about that V Cinema in as late as we can.
Yeah, and
Honestly, I'm very scared about it because we all know the last time Kamen Rider got their own V-Cinema.
oh yeah, here's hoping.
But then again,
You
Bill has
guys-
been consistently good. So.
Yeah, compared- guys, here's the thing, is that-
Spectre.
Compared to Spectre Rebirth, build is actually good.
Yeah,
Honestly, Silver, I think that the quality of Cross is going to depend on one thing: the writer.
Yeah.
Are they going to
I-
get back to the writer for build, or are they going to get someone new?
Here's hoping that they get Shogun Nico back.
I have several issues.
What?
Well, more like 2 issues.
What?
One, the fact that we needed a 4th build driver in order to make this happen.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a hyper battle, so
and it also explains a couple things, like why he never got any upgrades in the series proper, as well as why he started wearing a leather jacket in episode 42.
Let's
Yeah, and
yes,
the
let's,
second-
yes. Let's check this secret pamphlet inside the DVD that shows why Rogue never got out of upgrade. Let's see. And what says ran out of budget. Makes sense.
Ha!
And the
It is-
second issue, while not going into the plot of the V Cinema, I don't think Cross deserves a V Cinema, mainly because Build has been a story that's focused on both Build and both Sento and Ryuga somewhat equally.
Well,
I
we'll get to that in the retrospective.
I
And
like the Muscle
That's why-
Galaxy bottle. It's
that's
really-
why I'm keeping that detail as minuscule, mainly because I think Ryuga got enough that he doesn't need a V Cinema, but it's still like a nice auxiliary thing.
Fair
And
enough.
with that, we are almost to 5 minutes.
Yep, so moving on to the next one. Don't worry, Guts, I'm timing it. You don't have to time it. So we have Climax
I am
Scramble
try-
Zeo. We
Yeah.
finally have news about this.
And a full teaser trailer.
Yep.
Go ahead, Silver.
I want to cover the next one. You go ahead, Flutter.
So,
Yeah, I
Bandai
wanna. Can
Namco
I?
Games
Can I
is
cover
uploading-
Geoscans?
I wanted to cover it though.
No.
Let's
Okay,
let
you're the
Silver
boss.
cover the Geoscan.
I'll do
We
weekly patch.
we kind of end up sharing scans. Plus, I think we should break the 5-minute rule when it comes to scans.
I can cover it in under 5 minutes. Don't worry. Anyways, Flutter,
But
start.
we all have something to say about scans.
Well, Flutter, start.
Well, Bandai Namco Games has uploaded a teaser trailer for Kamen Rider Climax Scramble Geo. The game will feature 31 riders from Kuga to Geo, and it has been confirmed that Cross and Gates are playable. The game
Wait,
has local
Hang
co-op.
on. So the 20 riders, that brings it down to a. God damn it! They're only including 10 of the secondary riders.
Silver, calm yourself. This is-
31 DL. I can math.
So, Silver, here's the thing. We don't know if this game is getting DLC.
Yeah.
I sure as hell hope so, and I sure as hell hope it doesn't suck balls.
The game has local co-op due to being released on the Switch, be it in one-on-one battles or team battles. Other game modes include Furi battles, which make it so you swing the Joy-Cons to attack enemies and be able to play in top-down or behind-the-back perspective. The game has an unspecified release date and will be released in English with Japanese voice acting for the Southeast Asian market.
I really hope this game doesn't suck, because Climax Fighter sucked.
Maybe you're just bad. Get good.
No. Dragoon, I own Climax as Fighter. It sucked.
Dragoon, you get the slipper. Thwap.
Ow. I'm immune.
And also, Dragoon, tone it down, please.
I'm sorry, I'm loud. I'm a loud person.
That is fair.
But then again, so is DLBot.
Huh. No wonder. Or no wonder you two are friends. Anyway, so
Over time and space, shall we?
oh, we're going into that joke, huh? Yeah. We'll have more to talk about Climax Scramble Geo later. Anyways, so let's get on to the actually good stuff with Kamen Rider Geo. I am hyped.
Oh.
Geo. So starting off, we have the reveal that Gates is getting his own time machine, as well as we have a name for our mysterious gold Geo that has been showing up and being a major villain. His name is Oma Geo.
Which is actually a mythology gag.
How so?
No, not there.
Yes,
You
What's
said
the
you.
mythology gag?
I'm looking.
Okay, hurry up.
While he's doing that, I want to say, I love Oma Geo's design.
I
It is
love,
really
yeah,
good.
I also love how the wristwatch kind of thing is like a
Yeah.
sash.
But yeah, the Oma in his name refers to Oma Gatoki, which literally translates to the hour of meeting evil spirits in Japanese, and is also a reverse spelling of Mao.
Magic.
Magic.
Shut up, you weirdo.
But Mao also means Demon King.
Oh.
Fair enough. That actually makes sense. Anyways,
And-
as well, we have some.
Oh,
Also,
I wanted to mention one detail that I love the most about Oma Geo is the canned cape, or rather scarf. That is genius.
You know what I want
I
him
guess
to
you
do
could say
with
it's
that? I
build
want
genius.
Silver,
Anyway,
thwap.
as I was saying, what I want Omagio to do with the clock hands on his back is detach them and use them as giant swords.
That would be pretty
Ooh.
cool.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that
we
would be
also
pretty
have
cool.
some more information on another build, as these are not just regular kaijin. These are actual people using the
Abilities.
another watches, which is actually really interesting, and it kind of reminds me a bit of both the Akumas from Miraculous Ladybug and the Dopants from Kamen Rider W.
Of course it would, Silver.
Oh, shut up.
Silver,
He's got a point.
Silver. I don't mean that. I do mean that in jest, because a lot of the Neo Heisei Heisei riders tend to Heisei riders tend to have their kaijin somewhat involved in humans in some way.
Yeah, I mean, it started off with W
I
with the
could go
Gaia
over the
memories.
list, but we have 5 minutes.
Yeah. Also, one thing to remind me of also is the Zodiarcs from Forza.
Yeah, the Zodiarcs from Forza, yeah. There's a long list of things.
That's why I'm saying that I'm not gonna cover it.
Right. So what we know is that another build's user is a basketball player whose genius rivals that of Sento, and due to becoming another build, Sento has once again gained amnesia. Gee, doesn't that seem familiar?
I think that's the case for all of the Another Riders.
Fair enough, but it's like,
I think
amnesia.
like every time another rider is
Jeez
born,
Louise.
like the actual Kamen Rider loses their memory.
Okay,
Yeah.
though here's one thing one needs to ask. If
What?
Sento's lost his memories, why is Banjo helping him form links?
I think
That being Taro
I think they
Sato's
also said Ryuga's slowly losing his memories too, and he thinks he's part of the band.
Oh, jeez. Well, this will be interesting.
Let's
Meanwhile,
just hope his hair isn't as crazy as Sato Taro's.
fair enough.
Sato Taro was awesome, even if he did briefly appear.
Yep, and then died. Anyways,
Yeah.
meanwhile, we also have the reveal of another Exade, who causes its victims to fall into an unconscious state and has scalpel-like claws. Which,
Everyone's been comparing like another XA to the Predator.
In terms of design, yeah. And I
hello.
see that.
He kind of looks like it.
well, and it looks like we're out of time for this section. But
No, we're not. I can do the Luffy Pat scan super quick.
Well, no, we're moving on to the Lupat sections. I meant for the Zeo stuff.
And this is Silver, this is why I told you that we should break the rule when it comes to scans, because there's a lot to go over.
Well, to
and
be
we
fair,
all
I only have a few things left to say. This definitely looks interesting, looks very promising, and I am excited for Zeo come next week. Anyway,
you interrupted me, Silver.
Sorry.
Sorry. One thing I would like to mention is they actually show off Gates using his weapon in scans, and I love the weapon in an action. And it's an axe that becomes a bow. Oh, as Lincoln has taught us, melee weapons that become guns or long-range weapons are freaking awesome.
All right.
Anyways,
get to the Pat scans now.
Yep, go right ahead. I'll restart the timer.
Like right now.
Yep, go ahead.
Television has also provided us with scans concerning Lupat. First, the Lupinrangers will acquire 2 new Lupin collection pieces. First is the Lupin Red exclusive weapon, the Lupin Magnum. He can not only insert and use it inside the VS Changer, but he can dual wield with the weapons. The finisher is called the Itadaki Dododo Strike and has its own mecha form, which will be revealed in the future. Next is a Lupin collection piece originally owned by the Patrangers, Trigger Machine Splash. Obtained with Keishiro offers to make a trade with them as discussion becomes a useless option. The 2 Reds will, per usual, fight over the VS vehicle when used by Lupin Red. When used by Lupin Red, he activates the Splash Boots, which gains him a water hose for an arm weapon. The mecha will combine with Good Striker and the magical Dino Fire to form Lupin Kaiser Splash. Finally, Keishiro and Noel will fight each other as the latter reveals to the former that he is a thief, which he will not stand for.
Wow, you got through that really fast.
Yeah, but you read exactly from the script. Try not to do that.
We try and paraphrase on this show because Flutter is very good with details of incorporating from the stories, but he does copy paste sometimes.
And it does kind of make you sound like a robot when you do it. Just like you're reading it off.
It's his first time here, guy. Give him a break.
Fair enough.
Would you not say I read it perfectly?
Fair enough. You did good. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Anyway,
Yeah, and
my overall thoughts on this. A lot of people already know this, but I'm not liking how the Lupin Rangers are getting all the attention.
Fair enough.
yeah, fair enough. At least it's balanced out somewhat with the episodes.
Except for that the Lupin Magnum, yeah, why don't the Patrangers get their own weapon?
Yeah,
We've seen looks of Victory Striker and Siren Striker, and guess who Siren Striker gets used by?
it's a Lupin Kaiser. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, it gets used by Lupin X.
And it also becomes a Lupin Kaiser. This is why I don't like it. I feel like Toei just straight up forgot there are two teams. Like,
Toei or Bandai?
If you wanted Siren Striker to be the upgrade for X, cool. But why is it the Lupin version? Yeah, it's a Patranger version too.
Exactly.
And like I said, like Siren Striker combined with Good Striker somehow becomes a Lupin Kaiser, even though like the Patron Ranger symbol is right there, front and center.
Yeah, that's right. Just like, I don't know. Hopefully they balance it out.
I can understand Toei like putting like more focus on the red and the 6 because they make the most money. But I'm just like, guys, you have 2 reds.
Exactly.
Why does Kyrie get all the special treatment? Why do you do my boy Keishiro like this? My boy Keishiro, best.
Exactly. Yeah, don't diss on K-chan.
Yeah. Besides, that's our job coming later in the episode.
Exactly. Anyways, and now we have some very interesting news, also regarding Zio, which I'm surprised that we have this after the Lupat news. But we have the reveal where we have details on the theme song, which recently got uploaded to YouTube.
And I love it.
I love it.
I like it.
So the song is called.
I like it too. I like it too, but I need visuals.
Yeah, we definitely need visuals. Anyways, the theme song is called Over Quartzer, and it is done by Shuta Suyoshi and Isa. Suyoshi Suyoshi is a member of AAA, who you might remember did Climax Jump for Kamen Rider Den-O, and then Isa was the performer who did Justifies, Kamen Rider Faiz' theme.
Justifies the means.
Exactly. And
Justifies the memes.
Boo. Anyways, the theme is described
Dragoon, I'm afraid you couldn't justify that pun.
Boo.
Guts. Both of you. Flat.
Anyway.
Thank you. Anyways, they said that the theme is described as a beautiful harmony that adds color to the world of the series. Both singers are excited to be back and see it as a huge honor to perform the final theme for the Heisei era. So,
I didn't call it for the series. That sounds very vague.
He's been a fan of the franchise since childhood.
But yeah, just this theme is amazing. If it wasn't for YouTube's copyright bullshit, we'd play you some because my god, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a jam. It slaps.
Yeah.
It's got a very techno feel to it, and I like it.
It's EDM, yeah.
One thing is that it does kind of sound more like it belongs in like Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains, though.
Meh.
I don't really get like.
Let's properly judge where it belongs when we get to see the actual visuals. Because with Ghost, yeah, that even with the visuals, that looked like it was supposed to be an anime opening.
Yeah.
Not to mention that the actual band behind Wadada Omo Wadada Adi
We think, therefore we are. It's just easier to say we think, therefore we are.
was actually working on one of the themes for One Piece with Hiroshi Kitadani.
Wow. And speaking of Geo, let's talk about somebody who's showing up. Kamen Rider Faiz has been revealed to be making his grand reappearance along with good old asshole Kaixa.
Yeah.
Oh no!
dang it.
The-
Dang,
oh no! The
dang it, I
Kusaka
just
smiles are
remembered
back.
Guys, I just remembered something.
What?
What?
We forgot to celebrate Juo Bird Day.
Wait, which one's your birthday?
I think it's yeah. I think it
Isn't your
was.
birthday, Kaixa Day?
It's like Kaiser Day, but it's in August.
Uh,
I
You
think
just-
it was.
you
I
just-
think it
you
was
just-
the 28th.
That's
whatever.
be honest with us. Did you just make that up?
No, I'm honest. No, I'm serious. That was a thing Kohei Murakami actually created. If I can find it.
Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah. Kento Honda, who played Takumi Inui, aka Kamen Rider Faiz, and Kohei Murakami, aka that asshole Kamen Rider Kaixa, Masato Kusaka, who also plays some nicer roles like Zuo Bird. From what I hear, the dude's a total pro.
Oh, found it.
But they will be reprising their role for the 5th and 6th episodes of Zio in order to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Faiz.
My legs.
Ha! Fifth
found it.
episode. I get it.
I found it. Yeah, it was August 10th.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
I'm posting the article from 2 years ago in the Grinder.
But yeah, overall, it's great to see that they came back. And oh, what's this? We have a bit of breaking news because he's not the only one who's been revealed. Bringing back the breaking news slide as a note, we also have the reveal. Was it Hibiki's actor that was revealed to come back?
It's rumored.
Oh, it's rumored. Okay.
It's
Oh.
possible. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but people have seen an Instagram post that hints that Hibiki's actor may in fact be returning.
God damn.
And if
this would be a miracle because he's smart enough writer. Yeah, Shigeki Hosokawa has gone on record saying that he wants nothing to do with the franchise anymore due to how horribly Hibiki was treated, and due to the fact that he was receiving death threats.
Yeesh.
yeah,
Now, if only they can get Kuga's actor and Ryotoro's actor back.
I think another big one is going to be Kabuto's actor. Since
Yeah.
he wants to do Rider again, but his acting agency just won't let him.
Dang.
Yeah.
Please bring back Ren Kiriyama. Please. And if you can, Masaaki Suda, but mostly Ren Kiriyama.
Guys, we're asking for miracles, but in order to get something, we must be willing to give something up.
Fair enough.
I volunteer Takeru as a sacrifice.
Ah!
I
Well,
second
then
that.
again, Gates already has the RideWatch, so
Fair
chances
enough.
are he wasn't going to get
Wait,
one.
wait,
anyway.
no, wait. Even better. He sacrificed Makoto.
Just don't sacrifice Alon. Alon's awesome.
He was the only good character.
Okay, but back to the
Exactly.
back to the Faiz stuff.
What, the Faiz?
Fine.
God damn.
Well, anyway.
If we're about ready to move on, I just want to say that I did prove my claim about Juo Bird Day existing.
Yes, I see it. August 10th.
Yeah, we see it.
We just kind of forgot.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, let's move on to the toy news, shall we? So starting off, we have some more news from Zia Watcher. Flutter, you want to go ahead and cover this?
Sure. The man in charge of candy toy development at Sodo, D.O.
Kono Dioda?
What?
No.
no,
Actually, Silver can make it.
Okay, that's enough.
Hooray!
Okay, that's enough.
Has revealed many different aspects of the next Sofubi Hero releases, which are Build Genius, Evolve Black Hole, Frost Build, and Geo. He remarks that due to being made of soft parts, as the name suggests, there's no need to worry about sharp parts. He also touches upon the Soto Geo build armor and form changes in the series. Furthermore, he clarified that the armor change function is compatible with future releases and won't display a year on the Jiku driver in order to avoid displaying the wrong date for any armor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately, we still can't get Kiva.
I mean, Kiva armor is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, the
Guys,
Kiva
wouldn't it
armor
be
is
some
going to be
shit
the
if there's
thing,
gonna
but-
be like a Geo Kiva armor before you get actual Kiva?
Yeah,
That's what's gonna happen. I'm calling it now.
yeah. Anyways,
Imagine if you know what would be really ironic
What?
if during the if by the time SH Figuarts releases stuff for Geo and Gaze, that we get that we are able to put together an SH Figuart for either of them with Kiva's RideWatch before SH Figuarts Kiva base form is released.
Yeah.
anyways, next up we have reveals of certain toys of Geo items that are going to be in the future.
The future.
The future.
I can see the future.
Wish we had the box so I could play that clip.
What?
Anyway,
Well, considering I set the limiter, I don't know if the bot would even be able to fit.
So starting off, we have
It does. It would fit. It's silver. For me. Wait, hold on. Did you set the limiter?
I
Yes,
set it back to 5. Anyways,
No, wait,
Well-
I set it to 5.
well, here's the thing: it was broken. So I mean, unless we
Alright.
test it right now. Hang on, test it. Yeah, it's still down.
Alright, still. Anyway.
Anyways,
on.
so we have multiple rider-themed gadgets, in which we have 3 revealed, but we're just going to talk about the first one, which we see Tsukiyomi holding in the previews for Zeo, the Fai's Phone X.
10.
I see
10.
an X there, damn it!
It's the Fai's Phone 10.
The ultimate evolution of iPhone.
Boo!
Oh wait, actually that could be the pun they're going for. Fai's Phone 10, like an iPhone 10.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Anyways,
there is a. Sorry, can I? There's something else I want to say about this phone.
go ahead.
That in it, that I want to make a top top 5 list of weird Kamen Rider toys that are also your phone. Among the list is Forze's magnet switches, builds a smartphone,
The build
and
phone.
that time Haruto answered his shoe phone, which I have a picture of.
Wait. Shoe phone? Oh my god.
But back on,
Post the picture. Post the picture, please.
okay, but whoever was reading, continue.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
the Fai's Phone 10 is both a cell phone and a gun.
As
So-
Fai's
Just
Phone
like the
4.
real Fai's phone.
Yep. Wait, does this mean that Tsukiyomi's actually going to be useful?
Who knows?
Wait. Let's look here. Oh wait, no. She's not gonna be useful because remember who's in charge.
Fair enough. Well, we'll
That
see.
will
We'll
guys-
see.
Like, also relating to the Fai's Phone 10, a friend of mine actually pointed out there are actually 2 buttons on it, and it's the enter button and the number 5 button. So I'm guessing you could do the code and hit enter and see what happens.
Standing by.
Yeah, of course.
Oh dear God! You did you like a phone. Oh my god.
Anyways,
I'm using a real phone. That's a PSP. You caught me, detective. Looks like we're going to liar's jail.
anyways,
And now
it'll
I
be
shall
priced
delete
at
this
25.
photo.
It'll be priced at 25,000, or it'll be 2,500 yen, which is about $22.
And will be released in October. Also,
Yeah.
voice lines are in the item, such as burst mode and exceed charge. However, there's no current confirmation on the voice.
I
Hmm.
wouldn't mind if it was the Jiku.
Yeah, I would like it if it was the original voice of the Faiz phone.
Same.
Yeah, that would
Same.
make. I mean,
This is
with that, all they have to do is just take just whatever
Yeah,
they have in the sound
stock
archive and
voices.
put it in there.
Actually,
have
not
to-
quite, because I'm looking at one of the pictures. It shows lines of coming out. One of them is calling and you got mail.
Mm.
Oh,
So they would have to record new lines.
And
This-
they'd have to record new. Yeah, they'd have to have Takehiko Kano record new lines. Yeah.
This is probably
please
going to
let
be
that
as-
happen.
If
This is
that
probably
doesn't,
going to
I'm
be as
okay with
heated a
it.
debate as Ninja Steel's battle of Burger Morpher or no Burger Morpher.
Oh god.
I remember that. Anyways, let's move on to the premium Bandai news with the Dark Orb Calibur. Go ahead, Dragoon.
Wait. Oh, wait.
Wait,
Hold
me? I don't know a damn thing about Ultra.
Just cover it. Wait, hold on. Guys, we need to tell them about how the bad Scottish accents thing.
Oh yes, you gotta speak it. You gotta do
Yeah.
it in a Scottish accent.
I can't do that.
Just try your best. Guys,
Yeah.
try
I,
and give it
I can't do it.
You gotta start
Premium
off by
Bandai
just
has
saying,
revealed the DX
"I'm
Dark Orb
Scottish."
Calibur I'm Scottish. Premium Bandai has revealed the DX Dark Orb Calibur from Ultraman
Oh.
Rube. It is a deluxe version of the main weapon used by Ultraman Old Dock and has different elemental attributes alongside blah blah blah. Ice, Rock, Typhoon. Spinning the wheel of the toy selects a specific attribute and pulling the trigger activates the attribute-based attack. In addition, I can't do it, guys. If you spin the wheel, highlight 4 attributes, you unlock a special attack sound. Finally, holding the trigger longer activates the dialogue mode with 20 lines from Orb Dark's Ultra Ego. Makoto Aizen. It's priced at 4,860 yen and will be shipped in January.
You tried.
Not a bad Scottish accent in the beginning.
I could do Russian. I could do that.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any Russian we don't have any Russian teammates.
Yeah.
If only we did. Or just we should expand our internationals. RVT should expand its internationals. You know.
I mean, we have one up on RVT because we have a Scotsman.
Yeah, but they have a Canadian.
Yeah, but Canadians aren't as good as Scotsmen.
You take that back.
Never let Matty J hear you say that ever.
Oh. Apparently.
So wait, guys, I have at
Okay,
least
oh,
one
guys,
question when it
apparently
comes
I'm
to
looking-
Orb Dark.
What's
and
that?
The whole Orb
Is his
Dark-
full name really Orb Dark Black Noir Schwartz?
No, that's just the name that Makoto,
It's
that's
not.
just the name Makoto gives him once he first transforms.
Uh,
Also-
Orb Dark Black Noir Schwartz.
that's 4
Yeah.
ways to say black.
Jesus Christ.
Also, I'm looking at over Quartzer right now, and apparently in the DX Jiku driver instructions, there's a different listing for it. There's a different singer listing.
Oh.
What?
Instead of Issa, it's Shuta Shueyoshi featuring Takanori Nishikawa.
Wait, what? I
And
thought
it's
that this
just-
was...
It's unknown if this is a mistake or a second version exists. And Takanori Nishikawa being the man in TM Revolution.
Ooh.
Okay then, that's weird. Anyways, let's move on to the next set of news, in which I bundled these together because they're basically the same. We have SH Figuarts Ultraman Orb Dark, and SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Build RabbitTank Hazard.
Black Hazard. Yappy!
Thank you.
No problem.
Anyway,
Flair, you go ahead and cover this.
Boom.
these are both Tamashii Nation exclusives for the eponymously named
Which
event.
means we'll never get them.
The slides do also list them as Tamashii web items after they're released on at Tamashii Nations. But first, Orb Dark.
Oh my god, it's
First,
beautiful.
Orb Dark comes with 4 alternate hands for each wrist, while RabbitTank Hazard comes with 2 alternate hands for each wrist, and while Orb Dark comes with the Orb Dark Calibur and alternate display parts, the RabbitTank Hazard comes with a set of display parts for Hawk Gatling Hazard or Hazard Void Bullets,
Yes, Hazard Board bullets.
which include the prerequisitional full bottles, the Hawk Gatlinger, and helmet parts.
Oh, he's shooting little birds! Bird bullets! Bird bullets!
Bird bullets.
Yeah,
Although should we be quoting that considering we don't like Markusatsu anymore?
Well, I don't know.
That joke was funny, and I don't think Marcos was the one that made it. I think it was
Yeah.
Proto Dubs.
No, I think it was Lambo Calrissian, I believe his name is.
But the point is, it wasn't Marcos's joke.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
I guess we could talk about that
Orb
after the
Dark
podcast
Calibur
because
is
I'm not sure
priced
about the Markusatsu thing.
We'll tell you later.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, Orb Dark is priced at 5,940 yen, while RabbitTank Hazard is priced at 6,480 yen, and both will be available for pickup at Tamashii Nations 2018, which runs from October 26th to the 28th.
So yeah, if you're going to this event in Japan, then you can go and pick this up. If you're not, then sorry about your damn luck.
Look,
Hey, we're all in sync that time.
Yeah.
I was kind of in there.
Almost.
Yep, and now on to what? What is this?
This again.
What the frick is this?
Another accessory piece. Silver?
Yes.
Tell me, do we have them in the slide?
We have another Agito ring.
No, them.
Oh. Frick, I forgot him.
That's
Corporate
okay.
Commander!
That's okay. That's okay.
Pentagon! Where
We don't
are
need-
you?
We don't. On. DLBot, pretend. DLBot, get into character and pretend you're running late.
What is it? I'm on break.
We have something for you to do. Also, where's Kanagon?
Sleeping. Again.
Damn it, Kanagon! Just say the line, okay? I forgot to put you in the slide.
How'd you forget?
I don't know!
Don't blame him. Don't blame him. Besides, you forget things all the time.
Fine. You need it. Can I go now?
Sure, go.
Yeah. Yes. We'll send the paycheck in the mail.
Wait, we pay
Thank
him?
you. What was that?
Nothing.
Anyway,
So, we have a silver, another Agito ring that looks like his helmet.
Wait. We have another Agito U ring?
Diobot, shut up. Okay, 1. Why would people need this? And 2. Why do you think you can get away with putting it at 19,440 yen?
It's fancy.
For those who are in America, that is priced at $175. I would not spend $175 on this kind of shit.
You know what people would spend $175 for?
What?
The Tamashii Lab laser blade replica.
Exactly! They wouldn't spend it on some stupid ring!
Unless it
Hey,
was
caramba.
a real live wizard ring that actually did the stuff that the rings did in Kamen Rider Wizard.
Exactly. Don't waste your money on this, guys. It ships in November, but why would you waste your money on this? Let's move on to something that people actually want their money on. Go ahead.
I'm taking this one.
Go ahead, Guts.
Okay. Who remembers our good friend Grease?
Oh, the father-son. May he rest in peace.
Well, it seems that Japan likes him a lot too. As remember back when it was announced that Grease would also get a RideWatch?
Yes.
Well, well, it turns out the pre-orders for that sold out within the first 2 days.
Damn.
Guess it shows how much fans love Grease.
I mean, he's a fan favorite character. He's the father-son.
Oh, and we need to bring back our favorite hashtag.
But then again, he's a character that's able to balance tragedy and comedy. His love of Misora versus the war-torn soldier who's fighting for the people back home.
So what you're saying is that Grease fights for justice?
No, he is not Jan Person.
I'll let my passion burn.
Also,
Crush you.
Also, we need to bring back our favorite hashtag for him. Hashtag Grease the guy.
Hashtag Grease the guy.
Hashtag Greasy boy.
That's not the thing.
No,
it isn't.
No.
But
Sit down,
anyways,
Dragoon. Sit down, Dragoon. For God's sakes, Dragoon. Sit down.
But he's Greasy
So
boy.
basically,
Greasy boy. Go ahead.
so basically,
Hello.
it's a. So basically, there was a lot of interest, and a second batch of pre-orders began a few days ago on the 27th of August.
Yeah, my bad. I think I forgot to reset the timer.
It's
Let's
okay.
just
I'm
finish
keeping
this
this
up.
short. I'm keeping this short.
Yep.
Yeah.
The RideWatch is priced pretty cheaply at 1,620 yen.
Which is
And
less than $15.
So it's either a case of Grease is really popular or this is a really cheap product.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Okay, los dos.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can sell legend figures for $20 or the lightning figure, whatever they were called, the
Lightning
collection.
Yeah, the lightning collection. If they can sell the lightning collection for $20, I think that it's fine for us to have a RideWatch that's less than 15.
Yeah.
Okay, now, gentlemen, what time is it?
Not time for build yet, because we're going in reverse order this time, because I think that we did this last time, too. Starting off, we have Kaitou Sentai.
No, wait, Silver, because
Yes.
we're going in reverse order, it's Time Hero Super.
It's Time Hero Super!
No.
Anyway, so starting off, we have Kaitou Sentai, Lupinranger versus Keisatsu Sentai, Patranger, episode 29.
Wait, Silver.
Photos to remember.
Silver, was there actually an episode this week? I can't seem to remember.
There was. It's a clip show. You know what?
Okay.
Actually, I think this happened last year, too. Okay, I'm starting to understand
It's a
why it
yearly
happens.
tradition that started in Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, Silver, I wrote a way we can abridge the recap of this, if you would want to read it.
I'm pretty sure that I can summarize it pretty quickly. Luckily,
Okay,
there's not
nobody interrupt him.
Luckily, there's not too much to go over with this. Basically, basically when the Patrangers are fighting a bunch of Potterman, one of them, which has a safe on his head,
And a
that's
giant
weird,
hand.
and a giant hand, basically uses the
talk to the hand.
he basically uses the Lupin collection that's inside his head. Jesus Christ, Ghost, what did you do to him?
No, wait, no,
Silver.
no, Silver. There is a perfect good explanation for this. He was using his head.
But he doesn't want to use his head.
I don't know that.
Silver. I wrote the thing just so that way we could speed through the recap because there's not a lot of plot here.
Yeah, that's fair, but don't worry, I'm handling it. So
Okay.
basically by touching Keiichiro's head, he's able to remove the memories from him. Well, most of his memories. He still remembers Tsukasa.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably like all the events leading up to in the series.
Basically everything that happened before he got on screen, he remembers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I put.
One thing that I'm wondering is, does he remember Satoru?
Good question. The answer is yes. Also, queer. Okay.
Wait, so he does remember Satoru?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Silver.
Yes.
Speed, please. Then we can.
I'm going. Okay, jeez. Dude,
Guys, calm down. Let's all settle down here. Thank you. Now,
I'm just saying that it doesn't need that much detail.
Guts.
This is how we're doing this. Okay.
You got that?
I've been a part of this podcast for a year. We don't have to put that much emphasis on a clip show.
Guts. We are putting emphasis on the non-clip show parts. Now, you're wasting more time than I would be explaining the episode. Now stop.
Oh, and the Lupin collection piece?
It doesn't matter, Flutter.
Guts! Okay, that's it. Guts, you're going to the black hole.
I'll move myself to the black hole.
But yeah, the Lupin collection piece? La Mémoire.
Huh.
Which
makes sense.
Which
is the Ichigon Buster. It's the Ichigon Buster, okay.
Yeah, which I actually do own that.
Yeah, so first...
Lucky bastard.
That's why it's photos to remember. It's a camera.
Yeah.
Also, one question is, what happens if you combine the Ichigon, or La Mémoire with, what's the Sogon Blade called again?
Lupin collection...
Also,
while he's looking that up, I would like to tell people that the only good part of this episode was the Beverly Hills Cop reference.
Hey, I like this episode.
So did I.
I didn't even watch it, so I'm sorry.
Same.
But yeah, the Beverly Hills Cop reference was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
You remember me, right, Keiichiro? I'm your boss. Oh, you're that guy from that movie.
I think that's Which also, what happens if you guéris les mots with la mémoire?
Good question.
So what song does La Mémoire reference, or do we not know?
Is it time for Memory Buster?
No.
Well, then again, Keishiro's memories was busted, so.
We don't know. We don't know that because we don't actually have the Lupin collection piece on the wiki. Same for last week's.
Fair enough.
That's fine. Dude.
Anyways, so we go through a bunch of different sort of clip show thingamajiggers, which we'll talk about in a second. And it appears that Keiichiro...
Let me ask you this. Do we actually get information as to why Ghost went through all this trouble?
I mean, kind of. Mainly, she was.
We don't.
She was testing it. testing it. She was testing an experiment with the Potterman, basically to try and remove Keiichiro's memories, but it's still in the prototyping stage, so it only removed some of his memories.
Yeah.
However, one thing that seems to jog his memory a bit is the Lupinrangers.
Honore Lupinranger!
We'll get to that in a second.
Honore Kaito!
Anyway, so some of the pictures are scattered. They're able to get most of them, but not all of them. So Sakuya and Tsukasa end up going out, in which they find quite a few interesting pictures. And this means there are three particular clips that definitely made me laugh. One of them being with the Lupinrangers and them reminiscing about when Toma went to the dojo.
That'll never not be funny.
It will never not be funny.
But wait. Regardless of that, we should never forget to exercise.
Yes, never forget to exercise. Anyways, the second... Okay, so this was one of the 2 times that made me laugh. The second one was with the 2 photos that Tsukasa and Sakuya found.
Yes.
And especially Tsukasa's reaction. You want to guess what the 2 photos were, DLBot?
What were they?
Okay, so I'll start with the first one. The first one was of that one memory that with Tsukasa like hugging and rubbing her face against the dog plushie, in which made her
was the montage of all the scenes involving plushie.
Exactly. The second one, the gender bend episode.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that, I just burst out laughing. And especially to Tsukasa's reaction. When she saw them, she said, "Let's throw these away. They're trash." And Sakuya's like, No, let's not.
That's some of the good parts of this episode. There's good comedy, except for the last joke.
Hang on, dude, come on. Anyways, so then we get to Keiichiro going out to find the Gangler because he knows enough that he should be fighting the Gangler.
Mm-hmm.
Even without his memories, he still does. And then the Lupinrangers show up.
Cough, hero.
Mm-hmm. And then who should show up but the Lupinrangers, who give him the one picture in which it's able to jog his memory enough that he's able to regain all of his memories with them all flying into his head. And then he kind of goes into rage mode.
Boys,
this is where the episode falls apart for your guts.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you say that, Guts?
It's because Keiichiro is not Keiichiro, even though it's established that the Lupinrangers get more of an emotional response to Keiichiro in this episode, it ends up being the Lupinrangers, his hatred of the Lupinrangers, that ends up causing him to regain all his memories. Not his co-workers that are also his friends and partners, or anything else that would be close to him. No, his hatred of the Lupinrangers has saved the day.
Okay, that's fair. That is kind of dumb.
Yeah, that's a fair critique.
Then
Good Striker comes in.
Hey, wait, we didn't go over the Kaito boost. Or the
Keisatsu boost.
Keisatsu boost.
But then again, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
Okay. Silver, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a meme that I made here that is basically that will perfectly describe our reactions to the quote-unquote Keisatsu boost. What Patranger fans expected, what Patranger fans actually got.
Did you actually send that?
I haven't said any yet. We haven't got to that episode, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is lame. Very
Also, regarding that
lame.
sprite, I would like to thank a good friend of mine for making it and DLBot for recoloring.
Well,
All it really is like, I mean, honestly, if they wanted to reuse props, they could have reused Birth's props.
Yeah, it does not look good.
No, not at all.
Not good by
it is-
any
it
stretch
is-
of the imagination.
The arrow of light is much better.
probably bulky.
In fact, that's not even. In fact, what they do with the past Sentai props is more dignified. This is literally just taking the arm of the Hot Kaiser's strong costume and slapping it onto the suit actor.
Wait.
Which also one thing we need to mention is how in the fuck does anyone wield that thing? Look how big it is.
He's
Exactly.
probably not. He probably can't wield it.
That thing's gonna weigh a ton.
I hope this thing never shows up again.
Same.
But then,
This is
but-
what I mean
also-
by
but-
the
but then
Patranger
again-
not getting enough.
But then again, you wanna know what's really sad?
What?
This is probably the only upgrade the Pot Rangers will get.
We
Damn
don't know
it.
that, Guts.
We don't know.
Let's wait.
I said probably.
Ah,
But
we do
also,
know the Trigger
I will say
Machine
one-
Splash does get a weapon, so maybe the Patch Rangers
But-
use that.
But then again, it's supposed to get stolen by the Lupinrangers. And who's using the prop?
Well, here's the thing: is that it's been established that. Well, here's the thing: is that the VS Changers use both sides, so
yeah.
Keiichiro could just as easily use it.
Okay,
also, one last thing.
how about we declare this as a compromise? Using it is one thing, but who keeps the prop is another.
Exactly.
I will say one thing before we finish up here. I do not pity that suit actor for having to use that thing. That must have been incredibly difficult to use, even if it was made of styrofoam or whatever. That is bulky as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably hard for the Patron Kaiser suit actor to do it.
Yeah. Anyways, Gosh ends up leaving after her experiment is destroyed, and we end up getting Good Striker showing up and being like, "Oh man, we always bring in Pat Kaiser or Lupin Kaiser." And then another
Hold on,
clip
hold on.
show.
Hold
And
on.
then we
Silver,
get one of the weirdest parts of the episode,
Silver,
where
I want to use a joke here. Where's the kaboom? It was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
okay, well put. Anyways,
Thank you.
then we get one of the weirdest parts of this episode. We see Goody cross-dressing as a girl. And being like, "Oh, Goody, you're so great." I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
So
Zip.
wait, and this is coming from you, Silver. So
Shut
that
up.
means it must be bad.
All I have to say to this is hashtag shut up, Goody.
Aw.
No, wait. I
Don't
got
diss my boy.
I got a better hashtag. Get in the pot, Good Striker.
Get in the pot, Good Striker.
Yeah,
the pot, Goody.
get in the poker pot. We're gambling you away. Eh,
Anyways, this episode, I'm only giving it a B, just a B. I know that the guys are gonna give it lower, but I'm gonna be generous and give it a B. It did give me a few,
B
it did give me a
minus.
couple of laughs, but it was dumb.
yeah, B minus. I mean, yeah, it did give me a couple of laughs, but this clip shows just
I understand why they do it, but at the same time,
unless
why?
it's actually plot important, there's no point.
Exactly.
Yeah. You want to know what's also kind of sad?
What?
This isn't the only clip show we're probably going to get, because I'm pretty sure Super Sentai now has a tradition of 2 clip shows. One after the summer and one after Christmas.
Oh, god damn it.
You might be right.
I didn't jinx it. It's just a prediction based on history.
Let's hope not. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's move on to what we really want to see. Kamen Rider Build's finale. Episode 49, final. The Tomorrow Build Will Create. And so last time on Kamen Rider Build, Ryuga was taking Evolve to the only place not touched by capitalism. Space!
He pulled an Iron Giant. He was like the Sento. I go, you stay. Super.
You know what? Actually, that makes sense. Except for Sento's like, screw that, I'm going with you.
Apparently, Rabbit can just fly.
Yeah, what the heck? Rabbit can fly?
Nah, it's
Well,
the final episode.
actually, to be fair,
I don't think he's flying. It's more like he's jumping.
Super jump.
Yeah.
I would believe that if his legs
not
stretched, but they
fly,
didn't.
not fly, jump good.
Yes.
Oh my
This
god.
isn't flying.
It's a joke. So wait, hold on. This means Sento learned jump good.
What's
This
that
is
reference to?
Falling with style.
Plus, we did establish back when Evolt got the Black Pandora panel that apparently the rider system is space-worthy, but it's just. But I would say that the suspension of disbelief more comes from Sento being able to break out of Earth's atmosphere.
Actually,
He jumped into space!
Wait.
Guys, it's Kamen Rider. We can't think too much about it. Let's move on.
Stop. I have an explanation for this.
I swear to God, if you do, go say.
No. I do. Actually, here's the thing. This is happening at the same time the Pandora or a box is merging the world. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the reason why Sento was able to do that is because the merging of the worlds it's messing with the gravity.
You know, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
in that case, wouldn't the people just kind of float around?
Yeah, they kind of would.
Okay, guys, here's my explanation. It's Kamen Rider, and they're not going to explain it, so we shouldn't either. So let's move on.
I agree.
Good point. Anyway, BRB guys, but
but we could just combine.
Damn it, Flutter!
But anyways,
Hey.
turns out that Evolt, who disguised himself as Ryuga to trick Sento.
Wait, I got a joke here. Sorry, it was Banjo, but it was me, Evolt!
Also,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a small prank on Flutter because he keeps leaving. Do
Okay.
that. Now do this. And now we're good.
What did you
do?
do? What did you do?
I lowered the user count so he cannot get into the recording studio.
Okay, that's a little mean.
I'll let him back in when he comes back, but let this be a lesson that he should not make lunch while right when we're doing the podcast, because this is like what? Because this is like what, the 5th time in a row? He does this every time, Guts.
Even I, who sometimes has to make lunch during the show, at least take one trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
sorry, Flutter, but you are locked out.
You have been thoroughly banished to the black hole.
Exactly.
And
Anyways,
so focusing on the recap, because Silver, I want to say some words.
Right, go ahead.
And so, yeah, Evolt says, "You want to merge the worlds? You gotta take me down first." And so we get one of the best final fights of Kamen Rider in a while, because it's Evolt versus Sento. No other riders. Genius is gone, so it's just two
Yeah,
forces,
honestly-
one good, one evil, as both
One
of them start
evil.
losing power-ups.
Boo! Yellbot, do you want to get
Yellbot,
banished to the
did you-
black hole too?
Fine,
was I-
fine, party pooper.
Wait, was I interrupted?
He said one good, one evil.
Okay, I'll Dalebot, I'll give you the pun, but can I at least repeat what I said, or at least
Go ahead.
after that point?
Go ahead.
Go on with
It
it.
was just one It was just one sentence after that.
All right.
One good, one evil, and both are losing power-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think that them taking away Genius was a good idea. Genius, as
Yeah.
good as it is a bit overpowered, and it feels like if he won using Genius, it'd be too easy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say Genius is overpowered. Was able to like beat it before, at least like compared to something like Mugen. Yeah, it's not overpowered, at least in mine.
And when you think about it, it's Genius was made by Katsuragi, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That technically means that Sento won using nothing but his own inventions.
Well, technically, since Sento and Katsuragi are
Well,
the
technically
same
he did use RabbitTank, but
Technicalities, but the Sento personality won over the Katsuragi personality.
yeah, basically.
In terms of inventions.
Anyways, one. Actually, I have one more joke to make real quick. There is no Ryuga, only Zool.
Only Zul.
No, there is no Ryuga, only Evo.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we get a pretty awesome fight scene of
It's one of my
One of the best
Also-
final fights in Kamen Rider in a long time.
I wouldn't
It's
go
definitely
that far,
really
but I will say it's good, but it's not. I think it's mostly good as a thematic fight, right? Because it
Yeah.
shows how much Sento has come since the beginning.
and we get to
honestly,
we get to see
Eh,
it go.
can
And we
I-
get
eh,
sorry.
Sorry, Silver. You go first, and then I'll speak.
Right. And we get to see it progress rather interestingly as he goes from Rabbit and tank.
thanks a lot.
Tank.
And then going to RabbitTank Sparkling, and then finally just down to RabbitTank.
As a
Wait,
as
hold
a
on. One
wait,
thing-
Dalebot,
Sorry.
Dalebot, before you say what you're about to say, me and Silver did agree to just let me talk.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. That's what. Silver. That was honestly what I was saying when I said both were losing power-ups, and also, this is one of the best fights I've seen, or at least final fights I've seen since I started watching Kamen Rider.
Hey, at least it's
Because
better.
I
At least
started-
it's better
I
than
started with-
than when Power Ranger Samurai tried losing power.
Because
We
I
lost more swords.
because I started with Drive. That final fight was more a fight was more thematic on Go's side than Shinosuke's, because all Shinosuke had to do to beat Sigma Circular was cheat the Type Trideron into using all the finishers.
Mm.
Yeah. Ghost
Well, we all know how
That's
bad Ghost was.
and X-Aid was good at as it as it was a fight against a depowered Kronos with the main riders in level 2 forms. But then again, this was de-escalating, not getting off the horse and fighting with your Bear Dukes. It fought at every step.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the final fight of Kuga.
Mm-hmm.
I would make that comparison, but I haven't seen Kuga.
Well, me neither,
I get where you're going at, Silver. And honestly, thinking about it, I think what would have made the fight even better was if by the end it basically ended with only Senta, and Isarugi, or rather Volt, trading blows. I think that would have basically ended the fight perfectly.
But then again, Isarugi is not Evolt's true form.
True,
Yeah,
but
he just took that form because he liked it, I guess.
Yeah,
and most people recognize him as that.
Right, but one thing we forgot to mention is that there was actually a callback to episode 3 in this when Sento was trying to rescue Banjo.
Oh yeah.
Because remember,
I'm cracking a smile.
Yeah.
You want to know what face I'm making right now? I'm cracking a smile.
That was really sad.
I don't care. Doesn't matter what everyone else says. You're our hero.
Just that really. Oh my god, that was great. Just
yeah.
Because throughout the whole thing, we have Ryuga bringing in some bits of dialogue from inside Evolt to Sento, and it really helps.
Yeah, and of course the fight ends when Sento in RabbitTank form wields the full bottle buster, using a silver dragon full bottle that fell out of the vault, and the gold rabbit full bottle, all to deliver one big slash to Alt, injuring him a lot.
But
then it's time
it should have ended there, but it should have ended there. But then again, movie promo.
Yep.
Yes, I can, because Banjo and I are the best match.
Honestly, I wish that they kept that in the TVN concept, because they say they're the greatest combination. I feel it's better than calling them the best combination, since they constantly say the two are the best match.
Yeah, this is. Don't you even realize that you go with the whole best match thing, and then we get Rabbit Dragon
movie promo,
and what's even better
entirely
is
CGI.
No,
guys, let's face it, they weren't gonna put the money into a new suit.
I thought they had some of a new suit.
No. It was entirely CG, and I don't have a problem with that. I still liked it.
It's fine. My only problem isn't that CG. It's that it's bad CG. The model CG. Is so stiff. You can see how stiff it moves. When I first saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh god, did they CG that thing? Yes, they did.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm watching the episode together.
Minded because it doesn't last too long. He goes back to RabbitTank.
Yeah. That's the one saving grace.
Guys, I think we can agree that that the Union Guardian, better CG. Also, can I up the user count back to 5 so Flutter can come back?
Well,
I think he hasn't.
Has he said that he's back?
No.
Wait until he gets back, and then we can do it.
He moved to idle.
Well, yeah, but he's probably still making lunch. He'll be back. Don't you worry.
So of course Sento finishes off with the only way a rider can finish a baddie, a
The
badass
rider
kick.
kick.
And I love how it's the graph. I love how they keep.
Oh, the graph, so good. I wish that they used the graph more. At least
Yeah,
they
but it
used
costs
it
money.
more. At least they used it more than the pinball
Nobody said
kick.
that'd be math.
DLBot, do you want to go to the black hole?
Fine.
Graph. Look
You
at
do
this
realize I
graph.
went to school for math.
Silver, I'm just messing with you. Gee.
Fair enough.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph.
Every time I look, it makes me laugh.
Okay,
I don't get what
anyways.
you guys are referencing.
Nickelback
And we love you for your innocence.
I think that was an insult.
Anyways, moving on. So the worlds finally fuse, and everybody lives, Rose. Just this once. Everybody
It's a
lives.
miracle. Everybody lives. Just this once.
Hooray! Everyone's back to normal.
Also,
Except not quite.
as we'll find out. Also, what's that in Sento's hand?
My god,
What?
it's a
Wait.
RideWatch.
I believe I know what this is. It's a toy promotion for the next Rider series,
It is.
which we actually do see a quick cameo of it in the vortex. We don't know how it got there. Don't question. Just look at your RideWatch and smile.
It doesn't matter. They're not gonna explain it, and you know it.
Actually, well, then again, they explained how Build fit into Xaid. Sorta.
Sorta.
We'll see about that.
Anyways, so we
Yeah,
get to see the
actually-
fused world,
Actually, actually, jumping ahead a bit, we don't see the Geo suit in this episode.
Yeah, we don't even.
That toy is the only indication of the next series.
weird.
Yeah. Whatever.
Anyways, moving on. So what we end up getting for this is we get the
Shinsekai.
Yep, we get a reveal of the new world. A world without a skywall. However,
Oh.
it's also a
However-
world
Wait,
without Kyoryu Sentai.
Silver. Can I make the Trigun joke?
Sure, go ahead.
This is a world of love and peace.
Love and peace.
Fair enough. Anyways, if I may continue without interruption. Thank you. Unfortunately, because of Sento being, well, technically being neither Katsuragi nor Sato Taro, he is an anomaly in this world. Also, partially because he was brought into this world along with the vortex, or inside the vortex, which is probably the reason why. But the thing is that nobody knows who Sento is. He's an anomaly in this world. And while this is bittersweet, it means that he's lost all of the friends that he had throughout this entire year of being Kamen Rider. Guts!
I'm trying to add to you. I'm trying to add with two sentences.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a reverse of the beginning of the series. Instead of amnesia, where he doesn't remember his past, the past doesn't remember him.
Damn, that's actually rather prolific.
I didn't even think about that. Well done, Guts.
That's interesting.
But yeah, honestly, this is a really bittersweet ending. The world is saved, yes, but Sento's all alone. And I know that both DLBot... Hang on, we're getting... Dragoon, down!
We'll get there.
Anyways, and this is something that both Kyoryu and DLBot had a problem with initially.
I've come to accept it since then, but it's still...
And
it's
plus
still
me
kinda
explaining it.
sucks.
Plus me explaining
Why did you
the
have a
reason
problem
why.
with the album? Why did you have a problem with it, Dioba? That's what
I don't know. It made it feel like Senta pretty much lost everything in the and he sort of fought for. He fought for a world of peace, but well, he doesn't have any friends anymore. He doesn't.
And I feel like that's why it makes it a pretty strong sacrifice.
You know, I mentioned this
Sento is the greatest hero that no one knows.
You know, I mentioned this to one of my friends from college, and it's something that he likes to call a Pyrrhic victory, a victory but at a price, and it honestly makes it feel a bit more satisfying. Because if he just got everything, if he just got everything that he wanted, sure, it'd be a happy ending, but you know, it would still feel a little bit, you know, hollow. It'd feel a bit of a hollow victory.
You okay, I think I know what you're getting at. You think that there needed to be a sacrifice made for this new world for the ending.
I think that it definitely works.
Yeah,
and
because honestly, the Kamen Rider built as a series, dipping a little bit into the retrospective. You know, every victory that Sento has achieved has come at some cost.
Exactly.
So why? Yeah.
And just it really fits that this comes at a cost. And overall, it was really well developed.
And now we can talk about.
But there is a silver lining to all this, because there's not just one Ryuga Banjo in this world.
No, I mean, the friends that are alive.
Oh, right.
There is something else too.
Sorry, I thought Silver was going to bring that up, but
I want to bring up this thing with Misora.
Oh, right. Go ahead.
Now, when Sento over the coffee shop, which does prove that Itsurugi is Itsurugi because he can actually make a damn cup of coffee.
Exactly.
But Misora reminisced because she feels that she knows Sento, that she's met him somewhere. Now they play it off as a joke, saying that they recognize as Sato Taro, but it does hint at the possibility that while everyone doesn't really remember what happened, those memories aren't fully lost.
Oh God, we're gonna have a new Genesis Wave incident from the Sonic comics, aren't we?
So let's be clear here. They have to do something to make it so that everyone remembers in some way what happened in the original world. Otherwise, we don't have a Heisei Generations movie now, do we?
Fair enough. Also,
I honestly would have preferred.
Minor tangent.
I honestly would have preferred Heisei Generations Final being true to its name and being final, but c'est la vie.
Yeah, that's actually something minor off topic. Okay, Heisei Generations makes sense because it's celebrating the 45th anniversary, and thus we have the 5 Kamen Riders coming back. Heisei Generations Forever makes sense because, you know, this is the final one for the Heisei era. Why did we need Heisei Generations Final?
Honestly, I think the thing was they weren't sure if they were going to get another Heisei Generations movie. Yeah. I think that they were scared that because Shirokuro was involved, that he wasn't going to give them the budget to do a Heisei Generations movie.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyways, now let's talk about the people that are still alive.
Right. So everybody's still alive. We have the Prime Minister still there, who which he's now the Prime Minister of
Himuro
Japan.
Taizan. In which he's
still the Prime Minister, as well as Gentoku still being his aide. Sawa's still a reporter.
And we get a
Isurugi is
repeat
still
of
running
the
the-
and we get a repeat of the first cut of the first episode.
Mm-hmm. We have Utsumi, and he's now working in a factory, which we have a rather humorous
Actually, another thing about the
callback
factory
to.
No, Utsumi is actually working in a Namba factory, like an actual factory or something.
Yeah, because Namba Heavy Industries is no longer the heavy weapons company it is, since there was like no war to do. It's just a metal factory.
Which one thing that I just realized.
What?
Okay, so now this technically takes place in the main writer timeline, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
That technically means that now in this world, Foundation X is still a thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, I got it. You know what? I think I just came up with an explanation and for why the full bottle still exists. They were made by Foundation X.
Boom, that's it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So let's just pretend that the full bottles existed, but the original full bottles were destroyed, and Foundation X replicated them, because Foundation X can replicate anything.
We will see what happens. We don't know the full details of this world.
I'm just saying that so that way we can put those issues to bed.
Fair enough. Anyways, moving on. We then have but yeah, we have Utsumi, we have Isurugi and Misora, and we have Banjo and Kasumi, and Banjo is still an MMA fighter. Except,
so he didn't have to cheat.
One thing is that there is a silver lining to Sento's predicament. There's more than one Banjo Ryuga.
Yeah.
Though,
because of the technicality that a Ryuga with Evol's DNA wouldn't exist in this world either, so technically he gets to exist.
Though one thing that kind of sucks is this technically means that Ryuga doesn't get his happy ending, because he doesn't, because Kasumi does exist, but she's dating the Banjo of this world.
I think Banjo kind of moved on from Kasumi after like the whole
True.
I have a joke for that, but we have to wait to the end of the episode for me to tell it.
But
all right.
But then, with Sento
basically, Banjo.
Guys,
Silver, before you say what you need to say,
sure, go ahead.
Basically, Banjo Ryuga got his happy ending, but also didn't get his happy ending because of the two of him.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. But hey, at least Sento's no longer alone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait! We almost forgot. The three crows. Also, Kazumi are still alive.
Yeah,
Kazumi's still alive too.
And they still have a crush on Misora.
That reaction.
Oh my god.
That reaction. Priceless as fuck.
Indeed. Anyways, so
it also helps that now Misora never had to.
I want to finish, please. You can add in your comments after I finish.
Yeah. Yes.
God, I am like Josh Scorcher.
Yes, Lord Master Emperor Silver Maxis.
Oh. God, don't be like that.
That was a joke.
You know what? Funny enough, I recently watched an episode of Josh Scorcher's FOB Equestria videos, which he did on every little thing she does. God, I still do not like Starlight Glimmer. Ugh.
We're Toku.
Right, Toku? Sorry. And yeah, but anyways. So, we then have a bit of a callback to the first episode. Oh my god. That is priceless. Just
There's also kind of like the gag of the
Wait.
question is that like they're doing the recap that they did in the first episode.
yeah, actually, yeah. Here's the thing: these recaps that we've been listening to, they are actually canon to the story. All of these recaps that we've been hearing happen after the final episode. Holy crap!
Here's kind of the thing. This implies that everyone got their memories back, and therefore
Damn it! How did you get in?
the door.
Wait, this doesn't make sense. Hence, the limit was the max limit was 4. And now what?
What?
I don't know, but Flutter, have you learned your lesson?
Yes.
Anyway,
Sorry.
get back to what I was saying now.
Well, you're a little late considering we're already at the end of build.
Ah.
Can I get back to what I was saying?
Sure, go ahead.
This kind of implies that the recaps, this implies that everyone gets their memories back somehow and starts to join in, because remember,
Either
it wasn't
that-
only Sento and Ryuga,
Huh?
but at
Either-
the same time, this also implies that Evolt came back for the sole purposes of recaps rather than killing Sento and Ryuga.
You know, maybe it's
Or they-
Isurugi doing the voice.
Or it could just be that they actually found evil Seiyu.
But at the same time,
Uh,
Kamen Rider, I'm probably looking too much into it. This is probably just supposed to be like a fun gag they did.
But yeah.
Mm.
Overall, for this finale.
wait.
Sorry.
Now I can tell the joke. May I, Silver?
Go ahead.
And so Kiryu Sento and Banjo Ryuga lived out their days as anomalies, strangers to this world, but they were together, the bestest of friends, the bestest of best matches, and maybe something more.
Because there are things
What do you say about this?
These two are definitely a best match. Anyways, that was Kamen Rider Build finale, and my god, I love this episode.
Yeah,
This
me too.
episode proves why Build is far superior to Ghost.
I give this an A sharp, most definitely.
Yeah.
Honestly, this episode kind of proves why Kamen Rider still needs to be around,
Yeah.
and why it doesn't need to change that much. There can be
Yeah.
changes to it here and there, but the base morals still need to remain the same. Aim. And not only that, it proves that it basically calls back to episode 3 with this. If you're expecting a reward for being a hero, then it's not justice.
Exactly.
Isn't that right, Shirakura?
Yeah. Suck it, Shirakura.
I also give this an A+.
We
I'm
will
gonna-
never let that go.
I'm gonna look for something that's going to help us. If I can find it.
Diablo, what do you give this episode?
I give it an A plus. I might have had my issues with the ending, but looking back on it and rewatching it, I might have been too harsh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, at one point they will have to call back to the back to who how the original world was if they want to do stuff with team up movies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then Flutter?
From the clips that I've seen, I give it an A.
You haven't
Wait.
watched it?
I was gonna say, you didn't watch it? What?
No, but I know what happens.
Okay, I'm pulling out
What
my
is
Joker
wrong with
memory.
you?
And I'm getting my Seiza Blaster.
Flutter. What is one of our jobs?
Oh wait, I can't use my Seiza Blaster while I'm plugged in.
Watch Rider, and Sentai
Order
Weekly.
998 for your crimes against not watching the Kamen Rider build finale. Oh, wrong one.
Ha! Idiot. Alright, so
Maximum Sleeper!
Ah,
You deserve this.
You
Hold
definitely
on.
deserve that.
Give me a sec, and I can
oh
punish him
no!
as well.
Well, while Flutter gets punished to the maximum degree, let's move on to our.
Oh wait, hang on.
What
I got
about
it.
mine?
I
What
got.
about my rating?
Oh, go right ahead, Dragoon.
I give this an A. I'll probably talk about this on the retrospective, but Kamen Rider build has been so consistently good, and while this ending
Yeah.
is a bittersweet ending, I think it is pretty great, and I do hope like eventually that everyone does kind of come back in their way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now then, Flutter, give me a hug.
No.
Say goodnight.
Goodbye.
Ow.
You definitely deserved all three of those.
Yes, I did.
Also, Flutter, I'm now going to label you as something until you've watched the build finale. You want I label you? Idiot musclehead.
Nice. Anyways, let's move on to our weekly topic, shall we? Or
Wait,
weekly plugin,
hey,
not weekly topic.
no.
Bleh.
What about the
Yeah.
retrospective?
We're getting to that.
we
but
get- we
first,
get to afterwards.
Retrospective is after the weekly topic.
yep. So
Okay.
No, wait,
Dragoon.
the retrospective is after the plugin. Damn it.
Yeah. So Dragoon, do you?
Yes.
So what would you like to say about about what you do?
I mostly do a lot of sprite work. I haven't posted on DeviantArt in a long time, and I'm starting to post more on it. I'll probably, given to something we'll get into later, I'll have to like post them in scraps. So you guys.
Yeah, there's something that we also need to go over with this, but first let's go with the weekly plugin. But yeah, definitely check out his DeviantArt stuff. It looks pretty good. But now we have to get to a new section because this is mainly brought up because Dragoon has been bullied by another deviant artist.
Wait, before
who's
we
kind
do
of
that,
been a bit of an ass.
Let me. I have to go for a bit. Like, I gotta go let my dog in. She's barking. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Also, we're not gonna do this segment too often because
Yeah.
this is not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we have a few bones to
Yeah.
pick with somebody. Because recently, Dragoon has gotten bullied for one of the art that he put, despite the fact that he credited the person that he used the basis for. And this person, I have actually had a couple of issues with. So for our very first of what I like to call the Toku Blacklist, we have Taiko554. This guy is an asshole. To the highest degree.
Mm-hmm.
He bullies people who even use a little bit of his art. Whenever you have a disagreement with him, he tells you to go F yourself. And overall, he's just an unpleasant person.
And even when he was citing his source, he was threatening a DMCA.
You do not own somebody's art, asshole.
Yeah. I can
Gentlemen.
understand where he was coming from because, like, I think the one thing we also have to say, like, don't go to Taiko and send death threats to him because that's not cool.
No.
Yeah,
No.
We
You
at the
do that-
Toku
no,
Roundup
you-
do not
you-
condone that
you-
kind of behavior, but at
you
the
do-
same
you-
time,
If you do that, you're no better than him.
The views and opinions expressed by the Toku Roundup do not reflect their audience.
but the fact of the matter is,
I can understand where he's coming from because I can get that, like, he works hard on these sprites, and I can understand that he doesn't like other people just taking them and just like tracing them. But when it comes to me, like, I use certain parts and at the overall thing, like what is and with stuff like sprite art, what is wrong with using a few bits and pieces as long as the overall like look of the thing is different?
And even then, just the fact that he's going to be an ass about it, and he just seems very overly entitled, and he's just being a total jerk about it. Like, we all have our problems with him. And the fact of the matter is that with him being, so rude, don't waste your time on him. He's a jerk.
Yeah. And to quote,
gentlemen, may I have my I say in this, please?
Go right ahead, DL.
Go right ahead.
I would warn you all. I am not going to hold back here, because here's the rule with me. You mess with my friends, I will rain down the wrath of God upon you. And I'm going to warn you guys right now. You thought my anger at Shirokuro and Ryuki was bad? I'm about to make that look like a small temper tantrum. Okay.
Wait,
Go right ahead, DL.
Wait. Does anybody else hear a dog barking?
I think that's
mine. I'll take her up.
Anyways, go ahead, DL. You may fire when ready.
So let me see if I understand this straight. You have a problem, even though the fact that this guy who you have had no issues with at all suddenly because he did one piece that basically they borrowed some aspects from your artwork, and even though he did credit you for that, you still come after him. What the fuck? Okay, I don't care how much time you spent on that sprite work. You don't own that shit. DeviantArt is a site where people can have fun and create what they want. It's not a site that respects your ego and where you think you're king. You do not own sprite work, asshole. It is done by several people. And I'm sorry, but the moment you have come after a guy, even though he credits you for artwork, and it was inspired by it, you're the asshole here, not him. And you have the gall, the nerve to try and file a DMC report. Okay, time out. No. Oh, that is going too far. He is not making money off this. He is not on making a single dime off this. He is not claiming it as all his own work. He credited you for this work, and yet you come after him for it. I'm sorry. You, sir, are an asshat. And you need to wake up, realize you're not the king here. You're not the boss, and you need to do yourself a favor. Go outside, smell some fresh air, and grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right.
You know what? Well put. Very well put,
I want to
DL.
add some like thinking about it for a while. I think my biggest issue when it comes with this, the whole DMCA and everything. My biggest thing, I legit access to Taiko. I asked him, what does he lose? What does he honestly lose with me posting that pic? Because I don't make money off this. He doesn't. I doubt he makes money off this. He has more watchers than I do. I doubt he loses watchers over this. So yeah, my biggest thing is, why did he make it such an issue? Because I doubt he had anything to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Hold on. Yeah. Silver, I think we have a good clip we can use this. Give me a sec.
Right.
Okay.
Hang on.
The fact of the matter here is that...
Wait, hang on. Hold it. Silver, I want you to play this.
Yes. I will play this.
You are a douchebag. That's right. A douchebag. A total douchebag.
Thank you, George Takei.
And another quote that I have to bring up: "Get woke, go broke."
Ooh, snap.
And here's the thing, this isn't the first time that he's been an asshole. I once had an issue with him when I was basically saying, hey, Ho-Oh Soldier seems to fit more of the 6th Ranger tropes than Ryu Commander. I was saying it respectively, and he told me to go F myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's already been on my shit list.
Wait, hold on. I got another stupid news. Hang on, give me a sec.
Ladies and gentlemen, just
Do
don't follow this guy. Just he is a terrible person. If he's going to file DMCA's on somebody who's not even making this, oh yes,
Or even
Yeah.
threaten to do so.
exactly.
Yeah.
So just don't follow this guy. And you know what, Taiko? Here's the thing. For all of us here, hit it, Chris Jericho.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no.
thank you.
Thank you. Let's move on to something happy so that we don't have to talk about this asshat ever again.
Let's
Agreed.
go to the weekly topic.
I'm glad I chose not to be objective in this and just stayed silent the entire time.
Let's move on to build. Give me a second.
Now, of course, given that it's final episode, it's time for retrospective. Where
Yep, we
go
did the same
good,
thing with
the bad, and the okay.
the good, the bad, and the father-son. So I'm gonna say this
Okay,
right now.
Wait.
I'm gonna say this right
Before-
now.
Wait.
Guts, may I say one thing?
Okay.
I'm gonna say this right now. Kamen Rider Build has officially tied W as my favorite Kamen Rider series.
Ooh.
I love this show
Those are
so
big
much. This show is amazing. And just watching it from start to finish, you really get invested into this show. You get invested into the characters. You really love everything about it. You love to hate Volt. You love the dynamic between Sento and Ryuga. You love everything about it. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
this show. I love
it
this
too.
show so
Great.
much.
Yeah. So, Silver.
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to borrow a quote from Momotaro's on this show.
Go ahead.
If anybody thinks they can say the quote better, feel free to say it before I start.
I feel like Flutter could.
What quote is it? Because remember, I'm only... No.
It's one of Momo's signature quotes.
Oh.
Momotaro's, and we're talking
Oi!
about how awesome
No,
Build is.
not that one.
最終が最後のクライマックス
Oh, I was gonna say it in English, but Japanese works just as fine.
Like, can we all agree that Build was just amazing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
it was. However, let's back up a bit. Build was not always perfect. There were honestly, I feel that one of the downsides of Build was the arc involving the war with Hokuto. Most particularly,
I honestly don't agree.
I don't agree either. I liked the war against Hokuto.
The war with Hokuto only lasted about 6 episodes.
Let me try and be specific here. I think what really bugged me the most about the arc was Craw's charge. Because when you look back, it did nothing. It was honestly a downgrade.
That's
was
fair.
really accomplished by Ryuga having this power? I mean, how many times did he even come close to matching Grease's abilities? Not many.
Yeah, I
Well,
understand.
I mean, they needed a new form, and they needed like more than one jelly. Oh.
I understand that, but you can have new forms and still have the rider look good. Let me give you an example of how it was done later in the series. Let's take a look at Rabbit and Tank. It didn't really mop the floor with Rogue. Rogue was still a formidable opponent.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you should have done on Cross Charge.
Yeah.
I think my biggest disagreement is that, like, I don't know, it's just like handled well, because like with the War of Hoko, I think that's kind of where we got like the debut of Hazard, and the debut of Hazard was the greatest episodes ever.
Let me try and be specific. I don't have a problem with the war arc itself. It's just Cross Charge that I have an issue with.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But Cross Charge is just
Cross Charge, like I admit, Cross Charge is my least favorite of one of Cross's forms. My favorite, of course, has to be Magma.
It's probably the weakest out of the forms in the show.
Cross Charge, or as we call it in RBT, Kamen Rider Tide Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And why it
I
stayed
think
in
no.
the
I think
opening-
he's more of a Capri Sun.
And why Cross Charge
That works
remained in the last few shots of the opening, we may never know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I-
and this show's cast is just personable and hilarious on and off screen.
Yeah,
Just
they're great.
Flutter.
Go ahead, Guts.
I'm gonna use that as a jumping on point of the promise that Silver made me a few weeks ago.
What was that again? Sorry, I forgot.
The detail I brought up about the minor characters.
Right,
the
okay.
You remember now, don't you?
Right. Go ahead.
I'll try to, but I still feel that it was more relevant in that episode. But starting off with the minor characters, let's start with the minorest of the main cast, Sawa.
Oh yes, good old Sawa. Good old human Kylie Koopa, except for also being part of the Namba children.
Good
Sawa
old
was weird.
Good old Tradero.
Sawa had two purposes: betray people and get information.
Well, she did both of
Real
those well.
and informant.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did both well.
Other than that, she could stand there, look pretty, and also give some relationship advice. Oh, and charge Kazumi for Miton to be near him.
Great.
Let's not forget though, Sawa's actress is familiar with stealing, with lying, cheating, and stealing. Ling looks over the actual V cinema.
Oh yeah, because
Remember, she played the pickpocket.
Right.
And what V cinema?
The
Axel.
Axel.
The Excel V cinema.
And
Oh,
now
that's
Silver
awesome.
is going to say something about her in comparison to that role.
I feel that she's definitely done better in this series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I can finally make the comparison. And now I can finally talk about the Hogato Three Crows versus the Washio brothers, and
The Hell Bros.
and Rogue before he turned good.
Yeah.
We'll get to Gentoku as a character later, but I'm just gonna include Rogue in this for the sake of the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The main point is, the Hokuto Three Crows were about the served the purpose of comedic relief sometimes, but mostly to further Kazumi's character as the people that initially backed him, and showing the horrors of war and the people that die along the way.
To quote Ace Ventura,
Yeah.
war is hell.
War and Fallout. War.
thank
War never
you.
changes.
Well put,
Thank
Dragoon.
you, thank you, Silver.
What?
Alba. Also, I wish I could remember their names well, but I just can't.
Akaba.
Akaba,
Oh wait,
Alba, and
no,
Kiba.
no wait. Now I remember. Suya.
Yeah, Alba.
Suya, Shokichi, and Masaru.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to remember.
AKA Alba, Kiba, and Akaba, respectively.
I don't know if it's respectively, but we're.
Yeah.
Anyways, Soyuba died at the hands of a berserk new power that changed the game for everyone, and it changed the whole series. Shokichi died at the hands of a new threat that lacked mercy. And Masaru died protecting what he and his boss treasured.
Mm-hmm.
We got to know each of the three crows and give them faces and identities.
As
Yeah.
for the Washio brothers, not
No.
really.
They're just
The
there.
Washio brothers serve the purpose of the enemy who doesn't have a face, as most of the time we don't actually see their human identities. We just see them as the Engine Bros and Remocon Bros, and then the Remocon Bros becomes Hell Bros.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get where you're going with this, Guts.
I
I think that
actually like Guts, because I know a lot of people don't like the Hellbros because there was nothing to them. But what you're bringing on, how they're villains without a face, that makes sense considering they basically lost whatever identity they had because they were raised by Namba, and were just raised in this household that they had to respect Namba and nothing else.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually deeper than where I was going. I was just going because I was because I was going to mostly say what Bob was going to say about how there wasn't much development, and I thought that was intentional because of it. Well, not intentional because mostly Rogue got the focus of that arc,
And even then, Rogue kind of was just a grunt as well.
Okay.
For Sato.
Sorry. Can I speak real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Are you going to relate to what I'm trying to say?
Partially, yes. All right.
Okay.
I get what you're going at with this, but I think what really made them lose their luster is the fact that, well, in the first episode, they were intimidating as hell. Hell, they were powerful. They killed one of the members of the Three Crows. They were pretty bad news. Except as time went on, they became less and less intimidating. And you could have an intimidating villain that can still be beaten. I mean, look at what they did with Rogue in a Vault.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where. Oh wait.
Now go ahead.
Are you finished, Albot? Because
I am.
Because that's actually where the problem comes from, and why the Washio brothers became the enemy with no face. Because by the end, after they debuted, all the power shifted to Kamen Rider Rogue and Gentoku. We're still
Yeah,
gonna
that's fair.
cover him later, but
And we should probably get to that. I'm sorry, Guts, if I have to cut you off, but I do want to keep this under 3 hours.
Silver, can you at least summarize what I'm trying to say about both micro teams?
I definitely see the dichotomy between the two of the Hokuto 3 Crows are meant to be more personable, and the Hellbros are meant to be a serious threat. Except when you compare them to Kamen Rider Rogue, yeah. Now then, let's get to the retrospective properly by starting off with our boy Kiryu Sento.
Oh,
Actually, I
yes.
think we should save the main character for last.
Huh?
We should save him for last.
Oh, right. Okay, then let's focus on Banjo.
Let's crawl up. Let's slowly build our hazard level, because the next minor character, Utsumi.
Oh yeah, Utsumi. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was a cyborg the whole time.
he definitely got a lot of character development from the series overall. Even despite the fact that he was kind of just served as Nanba's second as
he was just a means to an end.
Yeah.
Utsumi mainly got his characterization from wherever the plot moved him. He was kind of like a ship that moves only with the waves instead of its own course. Jarring, and people get seasick pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
At the same time, he was definitely a lot more fleshed out compared to, the Washio brothers and Sawa.
Yeah.
As it showed that he did have undying loyalty to Nanba. And if we may really quickly go into Nanba, because I don't think he needs a full retrospective, but Nanba was definitely a very interesting character, as he was kind of the mastermind. He was
the mastermind for a bit, even though Evolt was the true mastermind.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Nanba was just there. Nanba was there from the beginning, providing a threat always.
The thing with Nanba is a reflection of how similar humans are to how Evolt acted. Humans can be greedy; they can be lustful for power. Nanba is essentially a compilation of the worst parts of humanity, and that's why he sided with Evolt.
Especially the part where he created child soldiers.
Exactly. Which is a little too real, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, even though this is a fantasy world, I'm pretty sure the United Nations still exists within Kamen Rider Build's world, and they probably would have taken notice of a private company creating child soldiers.
Once again, something I brought before, Nanba's pretty much the Patriots from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh my god, you're right!
Do you even play Metal Gear, Diablo?
No, but I know the story.
But yeah, and then we have Utsumi.
Well, actually, I have a silly question. I have a silly question first.
Go ahead.
Was Utsumi ever a threat?
Not really.
Yes
not really.
Yes and no. He served as the right-hand man to Nanba, who was the real mastermind. But then when Nanba died, we got Utsumi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And plus, I think that Utsumi works.
I found it funny that he pretended to be crazy just so that he could get closer to Evolt and enact his revenge.
Yeah.
Utsumi does work. Also, I think Utsumi works really, really well as a side piece to Gentoku, who we can talk about now.
Well, I think that he works good as a side piece to 3 different characters. That being Evolt, Gentoku, and Nanba.
Yeah. Also, would that mean that Nanba's catchphrase is
what?
You cut out.
Would that mean that Nanba's catchphrase is
It keeps cutting out.
Would that mean that Namba's catchphrase is lolly loo?
We were close. But you cut out again.
Cut out again. It does not want you to say lolly lule lo.
This is the work of the Patriots.
Oh my god, you're right.
Would this mean that Namba's catchphrase is lolly loo?
Okay.
Audience,
that
how many
counts.
times do you
Moving
think
on.
this will happen?
Okay.
Moving on.
Let me try. Lale Luleo.
Yeah, it went through. I think it's just for Flutter.
Wow. Flutter, are you secretly working for the Patriots?
Oh my god, he is. Anyways, let's move on to.
Fine.
Let's move on
Anyway,
to.
and then there's the voice actors, which Corby was a pretty good voice actor when it came to the regular build driver and all the transformation announcements.
I don't think
Flutter.
we need to talk about the voice actors.
Well, actually, we should talk about the toy side of things, at least in some way.
We'll get to that, but
All right.
we'll get to the actual devices in a bit. But let's start off by.
Actually, Silver, there is one thing we can say about Build's merchandising that just is short enough to say now.
Sure, go ahead.
Fuck Premium Bandai and their collection of shirts.
Yes.
Yeah. But I will admit, one thing.
Remember when Premium Bandai thought we were paying for a dirty shirt?
Oh, God.
One thing that I do have to say though is that when it comes to the different drivers, they were really good this season. The full balls were really fun. I really, we all had an issue with the asymmetrical design of the build driver, but it definitely grew on us.
Asymmetry.
Yeah,
I love
it-
asymmetry. It's one of my core aesthetics.
The one issue that I think that we all had was with the Splash driver.
I was about to mention
the Splash
that, yes.
driver was wasted potential, as that red spot should have been a button.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
I
that,
feel
instead of
like
just
a friend
putting
of
it on.
mine, a friend of mine mentioned that like the Splash driver was probably just like they just made it so it could be a one-time purchase. That way, people don't feel bad for having to buy all the full bottles when it comes to the build driver.
I guess.
right.
Same
but-
vein
but-
as the Genesis driver and the Mega U-Loader.
Yeah, I got
Gentlemen,
you.
Gentlemen, and we're forgetting one of the best transformation devices besides the Able driver.
Oh yes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
trans steam gun. That
I
was
like the
kind of
Nebula
really
Nebula.
cool.
gun.
And the
I love how
Nebula
it says
steam
funky.
Funky.
Which, by the way, there actually is a fan-made Kaiser driver.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
Ooh.
I saw someone like
Wait, Kaiser driver?
Basically, kind of like Bike Hype.
Okay.
Yeah. At least this is relating to the merchandise, but like I know a lot of people. This kind of goes into the Hokuto arc. I know a lot of people just didn't like how like Build was just getting form after form after form when it came to the best matches. Anyway. But I actually don't mind it because in the earlier episodes and even in this arc, it makes sense because this is essentially an arms race.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Exactly. That is
And
exactly
they
what it
kind of established that Build's greatest weapon was its versatility of best matches and trial forms.
Exactly.
Build,
Wait.
that reminds me. That reminds me of something.
Guts.
Let's talk DL Bob. Let's go.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was going to ask one of the bigger thematic questions because I confused myself.
Go ahead.
DL Bob, what were you going to say?
Is the build system a weapon?
I mean,
Honestly,
yes
it
and
depends
no.
on the user.
Yeah, it depends on the
Depends
user.
on the user.
and I think that this also applies to the trans steam gun, the nebula steam gun, and the Slash driver.
The Evo
Yeah.
driver, on the other hand, that's 100% a weapon.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What were you gonna say, DL, about the forms and stuff?
The thing about the build is that build has the most forms of any mainstay writer. Build has
Even
more
outclassing O's.
Yes. How many forms are there that build can take now? At least like 100?
Over 1,000.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let me double check. Let me look in Sento's notes. Speaking of Sento, yeah, his IQ.
We will get to that flutter.
So, should we move on? Should we talk about like Misora and
Hang on.
We still
There's 3 more characters that I would like to talk about before we get to our major characters. And that's the 3 prime ministers.
Okay.
Taizon, Himaru, Crazy Hokuto Lady, and Prime Minister Mido.
Yeah, I call her. Everyone calls her the Crazy Hokuto Lady. I call.
While Mido and Crazy Hokuto Lady were kind of just a means to an end.
Taizon was actually quite important.
Taizon was the only one trying to make peace. They were all preparing for war.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's also like one thing I mentioned, kind of related to prime ministers. I remember when we first, the first announcements of build is that we got it's the sky wall and it separates the Japan and the 3 nations. And then in the early episodes, we start to learn that there are actually ways to get over the sky wall, such as cracks in the wall and over a boat. And people were just kind of there's this indestructible skywall, but people can go right around it. But I feel like that works because it's not just the wall that's separating the nations; it's their minds, it's their ideology that's separating.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just the wall.
Exactly.
Considering they can go through it, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have this trouble.
Okay, Dragoon, that'll do.
If it wasn't for the light of the Pandora's box.
Actually, Silver, the idea of the stuff involving the 3 nations, it reminds me of something else.
What's that?
In Transformers Beast Wars, a series takes place several years after the original Generation 1 series. It says that the Predacons and the Maximals are basically at peace with one another. But when the series starts picking up, you start to see that while some might be okay with peace, others are still plotting for war.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
from what I remember of Beast Wars, it wasn't actually peace. It was subjugation.
But
The Predacons were when the Autobots won. The Decepticons just became second class, and the Predacons also didn't like it. There was the Tri-Predacus Council that was just planning in the shadows, but then new Megatron and his band of rebels just decided, I don't want to wait. Stealing the ship.
Yep.
also,
nerds, the both of you.
Yep. Also, builds form count 3,190.
Oh,
Damn.
That's a lot.
Anyways,
I wonder who took the time to count all that.
who knows?
Yeah.
Well, wiki. So
Anyways, come on, guys, come on. Let's keep the steam going. So now let's get to our main characters. Starting off with Misora, because, like you said, we're going from least major to most major. Misora was definitely an interesting character, even though she couldn't fight.
yeah.
Misora was good.
Did we also talk about Vernage and?
Yeah, we should also talk about Vernage. Yeah,
but Vernage is more of a side note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much to Vernage.
Yeah.
I
Also,
heard behind the scenes, the voice actors for Vernage got really sick, so she couldn't be in as much.
Yep, inflamed vocal cords. So yeah.
But and that that really hurt even before that was announced.
Yeah.
Also,
I'll
speaking
say-
of Misora, there's actually a bit of a meta joke in terms of the whole 10 years, in terms of the whole 10 years thing.
What?
Can we talk about Misora as a character? I mean, Vernage and Misora as characters before we get to the joke.
All right, go ahead.
Vernage was essentially the force that tried to stop Evolt at first, but failed. How and why? We may never know.
hmm
Yeah, it wasn't really too much explained.
Honestly, I think that thinking about it, maybe that's what New World might try to do. Maybe they'll finally try and clarify some stuff involving the ball, because they say that that the movie's going to be about how Banjo basically coming to terms with his evolved gene. So maybe we'll finally get backstory on all of that. I think that if I had to take a guess, I'd say that what happened with Evol was with Evol and Vernage. I'd have to guess it might have been something similar with how it went down with Misora or an Isarugi.
Yeah, Misora and Soichi.
Evol might have posed or possessed someone who was close to her, or basically used her as a means to an end.
Well,
Perhaps.
we can't really prove that because, like, as from what we've seen, Evolt still had his body, so why would he possess someone?
We don't know all the specifics, so we can't be sure. We don't even know how
he probably went to Mars and destroyed instantly. Like, fuck you guys.
But then Vernage just said, "Nope, I'm fighting you." They fight, and then and then who knows?
Yeah.
It's definitely not really understood that well what exactly went down on Mars, but I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, I think that what would have made it more interesting is if we saw more of Vernage and basically saw how this is affecting her. Her home is gone. Everything she knows and loves is dead. And honestly, I feel that if we got more out of her, like what we did in the CD E-Smash episode, I feel that would have made Vernage just as interesting of a character as Misora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really did like Misora. Like, after like the whole fight all the bottles, and of course, they had to think of something for her to do. And that is like emotional support, and I feel like she did feel it like well, because I think out of most of them, she's always the one to remind Sento that like, don't kill yourself. People are going to miss you.
Well, the thing about Rider Girls is that they're mainly there to fill as sort of the human support, to be there for when the writer needs them.
I don't think that's necessarily bad.
It's like we saw that with Asuna. We saw that with Kiriko. We saw that with Mai. We kind of saw that with Akiko, but at the same time, she's Akiko.
And Hina was more supportive of Ankh some of the time.
She can still be
And
supportive.
then we have Yuki. I like Yuki.
I like Yuki too.
I like her. I like Forze.
I like Forze too.
But back on track with Misora.
Right. She was just overall a good character, and made definitely made Sento feel a lot more human.
I think one of my favorite.
Honestly, sorry.
I think one of my favorite moments is when like the war was starting and she felt guilty about it, and she's the one who purified all the bottles, and then Sento would like. I also like how like Misora supports Sento, and Sento can support Misora, because Sento was all like, "It's not your fault, it's my fault, because this is the system. Like, it's because of the build system."
Also, how the other nations got full bottles? Easy answer. Yeah, off-screen time.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
And-
next up, we have to get
Oh,
to the
and
father-son.
the meta joke that I was referring to.
Wait.
Okay, guys,
wait,
we're all
is it-
talking over each other. Let's just calm down.
I'm calm.
I wanted to say something real quick
Go
about
ahead.
Sora.
Sure, go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
DL, but make it quick.
Many people would honestly. Now, I want to speak for a moment about Misora, particularly as to why she was chosen to be the idol at first. The reason why I think is quite simple. Misora, the reason why she's so valuable is she brings out the best in everyone.
Yeah.
She brings out the best she brings out the best in Kazumi. She brings out the best in Gentoku. She brings out the best in everyone around her, and that's why she's such a valuable member of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the meta joke. You know how Build is set 10 years after the whole thing on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes it set in 2007. Well, the 10 years ago, the Skywall incident happened in 2007.
There's actually a 10-year age gap between the actress Misora and the actor and the father-son.
Oh.
Ha!
10 and a half, but still.
Wow.
Interesting.
Anyways, let's talk about the father-son, shall we? Because
Wait.
Kazumi is
yes.
definitely
Wait,
a very interesting character.
Yeah, since Shuichi
Silver-
kind of falls under evil, we should talk about him after Kazumi, yeah.
Wait, what about Gentoku?
We'll get to
We'll
him.
get
We'll
to-
get to him.
we'll get
He's
to him.
after Kazumi.
Okay, I was just checking.
Because Gentoku plays a bit more story
Kazumi.
presence compared to Kazumi.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Kazumi. He is definitely a very interesting character. Although I feel that during the endgame they didn't really have much for him to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
The thing
Honestly,
is
Probably
that
why they killed him.
the thing is that they started off with him being this mercenary, this no nonsense boss of the Hokuto Three Crows, who's
Or at
just
least-
there to get the job done.
Or at least a soldier.
He's doing this for the money so that he can help his workers at the farm.
Who are the Hokuto Three Crows and their family?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, also there's all those other people that were in the farm.
Yeah.
Well, actually, and don't forget how Kazumi tried to tell the Three Crows, I have amnesia. I don't know who you are, but stop following me. I love you guys so much.
But overall, just
Honestly, sorry, I wanted to speak real quick.
oh sure, go ahead. Sorry.
I think that one of the main things that makes Kazumi such an interesting character and such overall an engaging one is Kohei Takei's performance. He does an amazing job
Yes.
as
He's
his character.
improved so much since Kiva.
Yeah.
But then again, I think that honestly, I think Kazumi Sawatari is the superior character compared to Otoya and Kurenai.
I will agree with you there because I haven't seen much of Kiva, but honestly, from what I've seen, his character in that seems very one note. He seems very two-dimensional. But Kazumi, there is so much dimension to him. And it's not just that he's a good character, he's a funny one. And the thing is, he does the comedy well. It matches with his character. It's why comedy with him works so well.
Comedy Build has like the greatest comedy out of like most writer shows.
Mm-hmm.
I will
It
agree
is
with you.
amazing.
But there is one writer who didn't really do the comedy right, and we will get to him after we are done with the father son.
Guys, I want to say something. You know, like someone in another server that like someone mentioned that like Kazumi and Otoya have like, you know, of course they have like one thing, they have a few things in common, but there's like one big thing they have. They both died using powers they shouldn't have.
You know what? That's fair.
I think a lot of people have made that joke before.
Yeah, a lot of people have made that comparison before.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it out. I'm sorry if I'm.
Yeah, it's okay.
But overall, Kazumi was a great character, starting off as this mercenary and then growing into his own. I feel the one downside is that he didn't exactly have a place in the end game. He kind of just fell into this comedic relief that Gentoku was in. And speaking of which,
we will get to, honestly, I feel that one of the okay. Well, again, Rogue didn't get an upgrade. Reese got it worse because his upgrade was pitiful. A second Twin Breaker? What?
hey, at least he did get a proper
Blizzard
upgrade.
and everything was okay again.
I know,
Yeah, that's fair.
but still, it shows how much Toy didn't really
You're so
respect
dusty.
the character that much.
Yeah.
I think that I honestly think that Sento and Ryuga were on hydrofoils when it came to power and story relevance after the Agito War arc and for the rest of the series, but Grease was treading above water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not in a boat, he's just treading.
It ain't that deep.
He's still there, and he did do a lot of good performances. Remember his battle with the Engine Bro and his model? That was
sorry.
and that was a pretty epic moment, and that stuff went after teaming up with Gentoku, and that fight, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I was just bringing up that example just so that way somebody else could take the thing.
I got one thing I want to mention when it comes to Greece. Like one thing I thought, I remember early on, we thought like Greece was gonna die because of his lack of power ups, but then we see he died because of a power up.
That's actually really funny.
Which actually I was going to mean to bring this up next. Since we're discussing in Greece, let's talk about how well its death was handled. I feel it was handled very, very well. Yes, it sucked that he did die. He died like he lived. A soldier fighting for a purpose is, and most of all fighting for his people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And of course, fighting for his love for me, Tan.
And overall, just Kazumi was a great character. There's no bones about it.
No.
And now we get to Gentoku, who, while he's not a bad character, he definitely was all over the place. He started off as sort of this power-hungry dictator, but then, well, after he got kicked out, he ended up becoming sort of just a pawn. And
he ended up becoming the writer that worked for Mito. So he ended up becoming a writer himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because beforehand he was just using the trans steam system, which was not designed to be used in battle. It was because it kept your hazard level at a fixed rate. And I imagine that fixed rate was probably 2.9.
Yeah, probably.
And then we get to his crazy factor with the fashion.
No.
I love that. I love it. I don't care what anybody says. I love it. It's great. I love it. I love bad fashion sense.
Let's before we get to that factor, let's go over for the whole thing with him and Daddy Dearest.
Oh yes.
Like I'm gonna I'm gonna say this right now. Like from what I've seen of like Heisei villain like redemption arcs, I think Gentoku had like the better one handled because Adele's was a piece of shit, and Parrot's while Parrot's was better, it still wasn't that good. But Gentoku Gentoku's is like really good because
Yeah.
they established since he was dosed with nebula gas, his brain started to get fixed because the light of the Pandora's box was like changed him, and now the nebula gas was starting to change him back.
Mm-hmm.
I really do like Gentoku, and I really like this redemption
Yeah,
arc he's been through because he understands, like, I can make up for the sins that I've committed, but I could at least help out the best I can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sins of the father. He realizes that the sins of the father don't always get passed down to the son.
Well, or the sins of the crazed former self.
Yes.
Yeah, it's more of the past doesn't define who you are. It's what you do in the present does.
Yeah.
So wait,
Yeah,
if we have Utsu Meme, do we call him Meme Toku?
I don't know.
We could say more on how the past doesn't define you, but that would dip into Katsuragi Takumi, and that's in Curio Sento. Actually,
Actually,
right,
that's kind of a good mirror then. when it
Right,
comes
we
to-
forgot about. We'll get to his father when we talk about Sento. Okay.
Yeah.
right, Katsuragi Shinobu, but then again, his
We can
impact.
go over him when we get to Sento.
Anyways. So overall, Ro was definitely an interesting character. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say, however, he got a lot of story presence. There was
No,
a thing with his dad, and that's about it. He was more of a means to an end.
Mhm.
Honestly, I feel
His
that what would have justified the whole stuff with him, basically acting goofy and such, was if they outright said that either A, this is how Gentoku was in the past, or B, this is basically him trying to cover up the sadness from his father's death.
I think
I
they did
feel-
say.
Actually, I believe
I think that
that,
they
like,
did. I think that they did say that this was how he was in the past. I think they
yeah,
may have
because
said it.
I think his father did mention before all of this happened, Gentoku was a sweet boy.
He was a sweet boy.
Yeah. And plus, like,
Now,
I don't mind the shirts. I don't mind like the comedic shirt thing because if you really think about it, every other of the build characters have something comedic about them. With Kazumi,
Right.
it's his love of Mitan. With Banjo, it's the fact that he's stupid. With Sento, it's his ego.
Oh yes, but we'll get to him in a second.
I will agree.
Everybody is a tragic character with something to laugh at.
I will
Yeah.
agree with that. It's just the way they pulled it off with Gentoku felt very
Polarizing.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Uh,
I still love Bad Fashion Sense Gentoku. I love it.
Anyways, next up, let's talk about. Oh,
I was gonna say, as somebody who wears weird shirts like that, you need to. It takes a special kind of shirt to pull it off. Like
now there's
like
one question
Rhea-
I have.
Sorry, Silver, you
Sorry.
interrupted me.
Sorry.
I was going to say that the best shirt that Build actually showed off earlier episodes. Episode 2, you looked better on social media.
Oh, my favorite one of Ryugu's shirts is "Keep your mind be open window every day."
Now here's a question: Who would win a T-shirt contest? Gentoku, Ryuga, or Cisco Ramon?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know who the third guy is, so.
The Flash.
The Flash.
Or he's from the Flash.
but then again, Cisco.
Yeah, the CW TV show.
But then again, Cisco wears a lot of nerd shirts without a lot of words.
Fair enough. Anyways, speaking of which, let's get to the musclehead himself, Ryuga Banjo.
Wait,
Yeah.
when should we talk about
we'll get to Evolt later. Hang on.
No, I was gonna say the Katsuragi family.
We'll get to that when we get
to Sento.
exactly.
yeah.
So let's go over Banjo, shall we? He is a great
Oh.
character. He is a really good character.
Honestly, I will say that Banjo, it was just as fleshed out as Sento, if not more so.
Mhm.
And that's why I don't think the V cinema is necessary.
Honestly, I feel that V cinema is necessary for one reason. Thinking
Mhm.
about it. How does Ryuga live in this new world? How does he live in a world where so many people have the same faces as people he knew from the other world, yet they don't know him?
But we're not here to
That was
talk about
just-
that.
That was just. I just wanted to make that. I just wanted to make that quick point. But back to Ryuga as a character.
Just overall,
He was-
Ryuga's he's just
Now-
fun. And
now-
he really does fit with Sento. He's being the
Okay.
brawn to Sento's brains.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why they're
It
the
would
best
be-
match.
It
Bef-
would be an exaggeration to say he's the Shotaro to Sento's Philip.
Mm.
I said it's an exaggeration.
It's an exaggeration, but I see where you're coming from here.
Mhm.
Now, before we continue, we need to bring up something involving Ryuga. That being what his actor did before this. He played a character in Amazon Season 2. And here I feel he did much better. Because the problem with his role in that show, it was very minor. Or honestly, you could have
And
taken
he
his
couldn't
character
do
out of the
anything.
show,
From
and it
what a
would have
friend
changed
told me.
nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here, his actor got a lot more to work with, and I think making him the second favorite character here was a brilliant move. And I think what also helps, they didn't make Ryuga a writer yet. They made him earn that shit. They showed that even though he didn't have a belt, with that bottle in hand, he could kick serious ass.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he
I
got his
also like him
powers and he got his original powers from his dead girlfriend.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude, too soon.
It's been over half a year. I don't think so.
Well, it's been over a year.
Yeah, it's true. But anyway, like I think what I really like about Banjo is how we just get to see like his development in the early episodes, because like we've already seen what Sento is going. We already like Sento's established his strength, his power, because he already has the build system in his hand.
Yeah.
So it's good to see just like Sento in a way
Guts.
kind of you
I
better
thought-
answer that phone.
I thought my headset was on. Hold on.
Botch. Anyways, go ahead, Dragoon.
So anyway, as I was saying, like in a way, we kind of see Sento kind of be a mentor to Ryuga in the
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
like he's teaching him like of course the most easiest one is all like if you expect a reward, then it's not justice.
Mm-hmm.
And just basically saying like you can't just rush in, you idiot. You gotta like think of some kind of plan first. And
Overall,
like
these
that.
two are just great, and Ryuga was just a great character overall. Being sure he was a musclehead, but at the same time he did show a lot of compassion and a lot of caring for other people.
yeah,
And especially when we find out that he is a part of Evolt. And that just
I'm back.
Welcome back.
just that whole thing with Evolt, that was it definitely really like hit Ryuga hard.
Yeah.
you just like knowing what he truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Basically, our main heroes were both monsters in their own rights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then
So
we
do
get
go
to
Evolt now or
well,
Sento?
well,
Oh wait,
well, real
that
quick,
reminds
just
me.
like
That
well, gotta
reminds
get
me
to
of
the
some.
conclusion. Oh, go ahead, Guts.
I brought. I wanted to do some searching for what the directors and producers said back in the beginning of the series. Because we remember how they said that they were incorporating a lot of Heisei ideals and Showa stuff. They were incorporating a lot of Showa stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, if you ask me, Build is sort of in a way a compilation of the best of both the Heisei and Showa era. It takes the elements that made both of them good, puts them in here, and basically perfects the elements.
Here's one thing: is there was one other series that seemed to also do this very well. You guys want to make a guess what it is?
Double.
Double.
And you know what? I think this is why it ties Double for my favorite. Because both of them do something so well of making... This is what Kamen Rider is about. Making it about these heroes. And overall, they succeeded in making this a really, really good series.
Also, double check. Who among you has actually seen more than 3 episodes of a Showa series?
Not me.
Not
me.
Not me.
Okay, because I've only seen half of a Showa series, so that technically makes me the Showa writer expert at this table.
No, you're not.
Anyways,
writer expert. It's
moving on.
Moving on.
I said at the table.
Anyways, let's conclude this. Come on, guys. We're like almost at 3 hours here. So yeah, Ryuga definitely was just a really good character, and I really liked him. And you know, I'm glad that he's still around, and he's gonna be in Zio.
Yeah.
Also, Silver.
Yes.
Yeah. To be perfectly fair, we're doing a retrospective. We knew this episode was going to be long.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyways,
let's go to the Big Bang.
Oh yes, that's actually what I was gonna say. Isurugi, aka Bloodstark, aka Evolt.
Hold on, I've got a perfect way to transition to this.
No,
DL.
We gotta go now.
No.
DL.
Fine. Okay. Jeez. None of the assholes about it.
Dude.
We don't have time.
We don't have time.
But yeah, Evolve was an amazing hate sync character.
I think that Evolve is one of the best villains we've had in the Heisei era.
Move over, Chronos.
Really
this is a true villain right here.
Yeah.
He probably has the highest body count out of all the villains, considering he's killed planets before this.
Yeah, he probably does, given the fact that well, yes, Endagabazeba has lived for years. Evolve has 2, and he's been to planets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how they went all out combining for Evolve, combining Metal Hero and Rider, pulling a freaking Black Panther with his main stance.
but we have to discuss
incorporating black holes into his suit design with the forehead.
Yeah.
But we can't deny that Evolt was not a perfect villain.
No. By any means he wasn't perfect.
I feel like everything, like, Build is great, but I feel like it kind of took a dive around the time where it was where we were introduced to Katsuragi's dad, and we had to do the whole tie-in with the movie. That kind of felt like it slowed things down, and also it was the final stretch. They kind of had the stretch for time, so I can forgive that.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things with Evil, because we've seen them taunt like Sento with the whole like, even if I wasn't here, like a war would have started anyway, because that's how you humans work. Your humans are despicable.
And that's part of why Evil isn't as good of a villain, because
I feel that overly sarcastic productions cover this best. We're not so different, you and I.
No, actually, I was gonna say, you can tell when Evil says that, he doesn't really mean it. He's just saying it so he can piss Sento off. Like, he's an alien. Why would he care what the Earthlings do?
Honestly, I feel that the hack that Evolved basically was there from the beginning, even though we didn't know it, was a brilliant move. Starting off as Bloodstalk was amazing. Because at first you think, oh, this guy's just going to be another general. No. He keeps developing more and more as a threat as the series goes on until you realize, oh shit, we should have worried about this guy.
Yeah.
We were all worried about Night Road, and then we get Bloodstock.
Yeah, well, to be perfectly fair, they did a lot to show that that Bloodstock was staying, as they gave him a whole profile thing with Katsuragi Takumi, and there was a temporary mystery of who is Bloodstock.
Honestly, I feel that they did the mystery for Bloodstock really well. I will
agree.
It was slightly predictable because you knew that Isurugi, he was a former member of Faust, obviously, but you never would have suspected that he was actually one of the biggest generals in the whole faction.
And
also, like moving on from this, just kind of like looking into the future, I'm pretty sure no one would have expected he's just some kind of
galactic
world
terror.
destroyer. No one would have guessed that.
Yeah, seriously, I didn't even guess that. Like, if you go back to our earlier episodes when we're talking about this, and we're like, there's something off about Isurugi. I wonder what it is. And then it's like, and then when we get to this, it's like, he was a traitor all along? Huh. Wait, he's still a traitor? Huh. Wait, he's Bloodstock? Huh.
But then again, I found out with this series that Kamen Rider does seem to construct things and just keep building up and up, even
unless you're Ghost, where you just kind of continue down this path of myth.
Oh yeah, but then again, Ghost didn't really have anything to build up to. It just kind of hit its peak.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying. And at first, we didn't even know that. We just thought that all of this was going to be stay on Earth. I remember when Dialbot mocked me for the thought of aliens being involved in this.
And I severely regret it.
Hindsight's
oh,
a
yeah.
bitch, Dialbot.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Plus, why would you think aliens wouldn't be involved? I mean, the box comes from Mars.
To be fair, they did make many mentions of Mars. They only made a handful of mentions at the time about Mars, so I was skeptical about aliens being involved.
Yeah, but then that came to bite you in the ass.
Dialbot, I let you go from this, and just wanted to mention that you initially didn't believe until it came to pass. Nothing more.
So ladies and gentlemen, that makes Steelbot 2016 a dummy.
No. He's not a dummy. He just didn't.
You are not.
He's not.
Aw, come on, DL. I tease.
We're teasing you.
And I'm defending you, DLBot.
Thank you.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
So it's a case of that saying, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
But overall, Evolt was just a great villain, and his plan definitely did come together really nicely. Compared to a certain
the best thing I love about Evolt is that everyone every time you think like Sento at least outsmarted him, Evolt shows that he was like a billion steps ahead.
Yeah, compared to a certain other mastermind, cough DeVoe.
I immediately, guys, I need to confess something.
What?
I actually made a meme a while ago saying who was the better mastermind between DeVoe and Bloodstock.
Okay. Let's keep the flash comparisons and brief. I have not seen in the rest of the.
That's all. That's all.
We'll say. But let me just say this. Let me just say this, DL. You won't be satisfied with how DeVoe's plan ends up.
I will save my opinions for when that happens. But one thing I think made Bloodstock a good villain, or rather Revolt in general, is not just because of how cunning he was, but because of his personality. He just wanted to watch the world burn.
He was a magnificent bastard. That's what.
And Silver, here's something that I want to mention, and about Evolt. You know how his attitude makes him seem like an angsty teenager?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. In Be the One, we learn that Evolt is the youngest of the Blood Clan.
Wow.
That's why he acts this way, because he is the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
He's the youngest, but I'm also going to assume he's the strongest.
I wouldn't say
he's
the strongest, more he was the smartest.
Yeah.
But then again, we haven't seen the Be the One movie yet.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. But anyways, so yeah, I think that's all we have to say about Evolt. Anybody have any closing thoughts on Evolt?
He was a great villain. I love him, and like
Evolt is probably one of the best villains we've had. The next villain got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, come on, Time Jackers, you got a lot to live up to with this.
Come on, Oma Geo, you got a lot.
He's a great villain, but he definitely had, but he wasn't a perfect villain.
No.
Nothing is perfect. No. I don't like perfectness.
That's boring. Perfect is. To me, perfect is a paradox. No, that was not an accident joke. That's just a philosophy I've had for years.
But it definitely fits. But all I have to ask though, Guts, is what's the next stage?
Hold on. You know what? I have a joke.
Dual slipper up. Thwap.
Ow.
Hold it. You know what? I have a joke I want to make here. And because Evolt is very similar to another character that people are familiar with. You're either perfect or you're not me.
Yep.
Cell?
Where was that reference to?
Yes. Think about it. Tell me Cell isn't in any way similar to Evolt.
Yeah, that's fair.
They even took cues from the freaking American adaptation of Ryuki.
Yes.
With Xaviax.
Yes, that's what I said. Yeah. That's a friend of mine said. Evolt is essentially the Japanese Xaviax.
You know what? You're right.
And from what I heard, Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was actually really popular in Japan. Probably even more so than Ryuki.
Oh, yes, it was.
Well, definitely will be more popular than Ryuki, considering, well, you know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But MMPR was actually
more V-buckle, Shinji.
Now let's talk about...
was actually more popular than Zyuranger in Japan.
Right.
Now let's talk about the Katsuragi family.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about our main character, Kiryu Sento. One of the best protagonists that we have seen in a Rider series.
The genius physicist.
Wait, I thought we were going to talk about the Katsuragi family first.
We are going to talk about them while we're talking about
It's a huge chunk. Let's just say it's a huge chunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, let's go over Sento. He has got an ego the size of Jupiter.
Yeah. I love him for that. I
love it too. It's great.
We've rarely had writers that are full of themselves like this. We've rarely had that.
The
last one I remember is Wizard, and I loved horror.
I mean, I would also say Kuroto, but I
He's
find
not a
Kuroto
main,
overrated.
So he doesn't really,
Yeah,
he's
we're
not like
talking
the
about
lead, so it
main
doesn't
character.
count.
I was going to bring up Philip and Tendo Soji.
Oh yeah, but I guess Wizard also came first. Or well, Wizard
Yeah,
came recently,
after.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, Wizard came most recently. And he has every right to have that ego.
because
He's
he is a
genius
genius.
physicist he's a genius physicist with
He's a genius
any writer
physicist.
in the entire franchise.
He is
Yeah.
he's
He's
not
a
only a genius physicist, he can back that up.
He created most of the builds, most of the power ups to the build system.
Yeah,
No,
he created
Of course,
RabbitTank
writer
Sparkling.
creator
He created
Ichigo.
Yeah.
But then again, Sento admittedly doesn't have a lot of emotional intelligence.
well, he
Sadly,
slowly
no.
gains
That's
that.
all better for it because, like,
No,
that just shows how human he is.
Yeah.
You guys do know what I'm talking about with emotional intelligence, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you mean. I feel that he does start to gain it as the series goes on, and the fact that he has friends. Because, first off,
Yeah.
I feel that both him and Misora definitely grew from Ryuga, Sawa, and eventually Kazumi and Gentoku coming into their lives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I kind of thought like pretty sad because like the thing is like people around him, people around Sento, they're the ones who made Sento who he is, and now that they're like basically kind of gone, he's like, I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely
My
sad.
friends, people who made me who I am.
And without all that support and kindness, he might as well be Katsuragi Takumi.
Yeah.
However, we still have Ryuga, and let's talk about them real quick. Those two are fantastic together.
Silver,
Yes.
you ignored my jumping point. Because we still.
Oh right.
I'm sorry,
Katsuragi Takumi.
That's
all
why
right, we
I
can
was.
talk about him real quick and Shinobu. So yeah,
That's why I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm perseverating, but we shouldn't. We shouldn't just ignore them.
right. I'll get to it. So let's talk about Sento's other half, Katsuragi Takumi, who
Because Sato Taro is just a face.
yeah, he's literally the face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's a face?
No.
So
Anyway.
wait, so you're saying that Bloodstock took his face off?
Yes.
He took his face
Eyes,
off.
Ears, nose, it came off.
It all came off.
Katsuragi Takumi. Takumi Katsuragi, everybody. Takumi Katsuragi.
Right.
He was, well, for one thing, he is known as the Devil Scientist. And
And
he's
he's the one
basically
who created, like, who started the experiments and all.
Katsuragi Takumi was arguably smarter than Sento, but less emotionally receptive.
Honestly, I feel, if you ask me, the point where Katsuragi became the Devil Scientist was immediately after his father supposedly died. I think that was basically him feeling that the world was not all happy and such, and that things needed to be done to change it.
Yeah.
That's most likely why he agreed to work with Gentoku.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Kamen Rider Rogue miniseries still waiting on part 3.
Wait, part 2's out? I haven't been able to find it on TV at all.
Anyways, come on, guys.
I feel like one of my when it came to Katsuragi Takumi, like one of my favorite parts, like he came, like that part of Sento's personality came back, like when he recognized himself as Katsuragi.
Yeah, and definitely you got to see the dichotomy of the two.
Yeah, we get to see like how much of a prick he really is, mostly. But like, what I also really like was when he was facing Evolt, he couldn't really control like Rabbit. And like, I love the implication that like, while Katsuragi made the system, it was Sento who mastered the system.
Exactly.
Because like, Evo was all like, you can't handle the build system anymore, and Katsuragi's like, that's impossible. I made it, and like that's why I think like, yeah, he made it, but Sento mastered it.
And then we get to Shinobu, who he was definitely hard to pin down.
Like, this was one of the weakest parts of build. This was one of the weakest parts.
It feels like Shinobu was an afterthought.
Well,
like
not
I think
guys,
the thing with Shinobu was because they had to tie in the movie and they had to stretch for time.
Yeah.
Shinobu was effective in the first 2 months of the series, when he was dead.
Well, supposedly.
Even though the fact that his own suicide is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
you see it in TV shows all the time.
And it doesn't really paint him as Father of the Year now, does it?
No, not at all.
Honestly, if you ask me, I feel that they shouldn't have even bothered trying redeeming him. They should have left him as evil. Well, basically show Sento conquering the sins of the father and such like that. Don't bother with the whole double agent thing. It just makes things overly complicated and needless. It just made it all seem pointless. Honestly,
like I said, like those, like that arc with Shinobu was more likely just to set up the movie, because they had to set up the movie. And
Shinobu was movie filler.
Yeah. Anyways, shall we get back to Sento?
Oh wait, I've got a comparison. We need to compare Shinobu to somebody.
Okay.
Mr. I Am God, Johnny Maxima.
Yeah, you're right.
well, to be fair, he's not really the villain in that movie. And to be fair, what purpose? Okay, let's be honest here. Was Shinobu even in the movie for he'll even be the one for that long? As far as I can tell, he only appeared for a few seconds. So if that's the case, why do you even bother redoing it at all? It's not even the movie tied. It's just
I think more of the build up for the movie was to setting up the gold rabbit and the silver dragon bottles, hazard level 7.
Yeah.
As well as setting up the new prime ministers and the Blood Clan.
They probably could have done things better.
They could have.
But then again, if they did, we wouldn't have this clip. Boop, isn't it all?
Pointless.
Anyways, let's get back to Sento real quick, because we gotta wrap stuff up. So Sento, he was a great character, and especially with his bond to Ryuga. The two of them truly were a best match. The two stood side by side with each other and were such great characters together. And I feel that Ryuga definitely completed Sento.
Yeah.
Because damn it, everything is gay about this.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's what kind of clenched your heart when he sees like this other Ryuga.
Yeah.
He's all like, "Oh, are you a fan? Is it okay if you just get a handshake?"
And we should probably evaluate how gay this is, because remember in the beginning they said that Kamen Rider Build is the story of two men.
Between men, and that I'll give them credit. That is what they delivered.
Yeah, basically. It's like Deadpool 2. See, I told you this was a family movie.
Yeah.
And yes, I have watched Deadpool and Deadpool 2. So now you guys can stop bugging me about it.
So, Silver.
Yay!
Silver, they actually recently released a super duper cut out of Deadpool 2, so now you have to watch that too.
Oh god, no.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, come on!
Ah, there's a giant bug outside my window.
What's the matter? Silver, is it bugging you?
Just kind of freaked me out.
So, I mean, like, I'm trying to think because like, there's a lot of good things about Sento. I can't like wire it down.
But yeah, just overall, just he's a great character, and he was really personable.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, there are characters like Shotaro that will still have my respect and still I consider an amazing character, but Sento definitely is up there. Through all of his faults, through all of his ego, through all of everything, he still shows that he's truly a Kamen Rider because he fights for what's right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel the parts where Sento developed the most were during the war arc. More
Mm.
Yeah,
specifically,
because of course
episode-
the
most
debut
specifically-
of Hazard was one of the greatest episodes ever made.
I give major props to the actor in that episode.
Yes,
Oh,
Atsuhiro
that-
Inukai is amazing in that. In this series.
Uh-huh.
he doesn't even speak that much. He just gives us this expression that says, "I am dead inside."
Yeah.
And for what to convey that easily with little to no dialogue is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in
feel-
that episode was great.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was. That was one of the greatest episodes.
Honestly, I think the fact that Bill basically had more than just sort of one story, or
Yeah.
it was also about doing the right thing. It was also about how clearing your name. It was about how defending your country. It was about stopping war, or it was about how war isn't always a pleasant thing and people die.
Yeah.
I think the fact that
I feel, I mean, like regardless of like the whole the part with like Shinobu, I feel like for like a majority of the time, I felt like Build had no filler because every episode kind of tied into the mystery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
most episodes felt like they tied in some way, even if you didn't realize it.
Yeah, like especially the one with Sato Taro's band member. You think that's just filler, but no, it plays an important part
the ice
because
smash.
it turns out
Masugu.
brought Sato Taro to Katsuragi's place.
Yeah, with the ice smash, Masugu Ubukata. Yeah.
No. The ice smash was the kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, actually, we should bring up that the Smash were serviceable as monsters of the week.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I feel
Yeah.
like it was done a lot better than with X-Aid. Because with
I do like how
they
at
had
least
the
tried
same
to keep up.
8 because with the Bugsters, it was the same 8 Bugsters throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, there was
There
average
were
Smash.
10 bugsters there were 10 bugsters,
Oh,
maybe
right.
11 or 15, 14.
Oh, right, 10 Bugsters.
Yeah, but
Well,
at
still,
least
they used the
there was
same.
actual variety here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly,
and
I
even if
feel-
they
I feel like-
reuse the suits, it still felt unique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
and the fact that they also incorporated Takumi's mother into the story, just
yeah.
Yeah, this is a Toku character with a living mother.
honestly, I will defend X8 for the fact that it shows basically a virus growing, developing, but that's just me. I feel the Smash were okay.
I mean, I'm not saying X8 was
Because-
bad.
they're serviceable.
But
I feel like there's no
it
escaping.
feels-
Like with,
it
at
feels
least
like
with
this-
now, I feel like there's no escaping reusing monster suits because like I feel like Toei's putting a lot of focus on rider suits than monster suits because they kind of realized, well, all we really need is them to fight the monsters, and we don't really sell monster toys like Ultraman, so
Right.
Right.
Which is
so
kind
they
of
don't have to put as much effort into the monster thing.
So, shall we
Right.
bring this all to a conclusion then?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Overall,
I think our conclusion should just be 3 simple words.
Are you ready?
Damn right I am.
that would have been much better than what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna
Oh.
say?
We love build.
Fair
enough.
That's true. We do. We love
But yeah, just overall, Build was a beautiful series. From start to finish, we loved it. I don't think that there was a single episode that we hated, compared to X-Aid, where there was quite a few episodes that I hated.
Yeah,
There wasn't
Hey,
any.
hey,
like the thing
There
was
wasn't any-
that it was a bit shaky, but we still love it regardless.
hey, look, it's Nico Saiba. Bang.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's be fair here. There were episodes that we had issues with, none that we really hated.
Exactly.
Honestly, I feel Build is probably one of the best Heisei Rider series that we've had in a while. It is miles better than Ghost. Hell, you could say that that Build is basically a microcosm of things that should have been done with Ghost. Develop the villain better.
Yeah, it's almost like the producers that worked on Ghost actually got something good to work with and put elements in.
Mm-hmm.
Except it was completely different person, but that's neither here nor there. But wait, that's
Oh my
We're
gosh,
kidding, we
a
just
wild
did it.
Scotsman has appeared.
Oh, hi, Scotsman.
Whitley.
We're talking about the Build retrospective.
We're almost done though, so I don't think you can say anything.
Oh, sure,
Well,
you can say something.
Do you want to give your final thoughts?
I'm not in the mood.
Okay. Bad day?
Very.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, Scotsman.
Do you think you can like leave and then like come back once everything's like over, or are you
No, I'm
stay?
going to crash the podcast like I always do.
Well, we're almost done anyway, so.
Fair enough.
He does have a tendency to do this.
Fair enough.
But honestly, whenever I hear Shirokuro say stuff about how Rider is juvenile or Tokusatsu and Rider in general is juvenile, or how it needs to get explained that, this is a prime example of what Rider is capable of.
Of how
There
Rider
is-
is dark.
There is war. People die. And while they came back in the end, it came at a cost.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this show
Great
was
prime
great.
examples, other than Double and Gaim, that Build can be dark.
Yeah.
Straight
Well,
up.
O's was dark sometimes too, and I love O's.
I easily rate this series an A+.
Yeah.
A sharp.
It's really good.
For me.
Yeah, A plus.
A sharp. I mean A plus.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. The
No
same
wait.
boat as you
No
guys.
wait. A cross.
A cross. Beautiful. But yeah,
All right, so I guess that's
if you haven't
everything.
seen Kamen Rider,
Wait. We didn't let
Oh, no,
Dragon
no.
say something.
oh sorry.
I said like I guess we'll wrap it up for now.
But yeah,
What's your rating?
One.
I said A plus. I'm the same boat as you guys.
You.
Yes.
Alright. Kamen Rider Build. A vote.
damn it,
E-volt
Scotsman.
out of 10.
A volt.
A volt. But yeah, it's like, if you haven't seen the series yet, well, what the hell are you doing? Watch the series
right now.
If you've been watching this podcast for the last 49 parts, you should have watched the series by now.
Watch
then again,
the series right
then
now.
again,
But
Silver.
not before-
But then again,
like,
Silver.
not before you drop a like on this video.
But then again, Silver, that's assuming we actually have an audience.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
Yeah.
Build is amazing, and I hope that you love this just as much.
If you get this far, or at least are listening before the keyword puzzle, comment what you love about Kamen Rider Build.
Most definitely. Because
And then-
this series
and then-
deserves
and then-
all the praise.
And then end your comment with the word pancakes. just so that way I know that you watched the whole way through.
Oh my god, really?
Leave a thumbs up on this video. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell.
Anyways, guys, calm down.
All right.
Just overall, build was great. No bones about it. Build was great. It was fantastic. My favorite Rider series, next to W. Just
All right. I think that's
And
it.
now for keywords.
And I've been running a countdown until Kamen Rider Geo airs in Tokyo.
and
I'm not
Yep.
sure about
actually,
you
that
guys.
is one thing that I have to say. Geo, you better step it up.
Yes.
Geo needs to not only top bill, but it needs to be the grand finale of the Heisei era. By the end of Geo, we need to see the result that shows the ending of an era.
Mhm.
So yeah, all I have to
Yeah.
say, guys, is, are you ready?
The keyword puzzle.
Are you guys ready to go over Quartzer?
Perfect.
Which, by the way, the actual cover art has clocks in it.
Nice. Anyways, let's get to the riddle, shall we? And this one, of course, is done by our guest, TheDragoon, because, we kind of have that as a tradition.
Yeah.
Riddle me this. Riddle me that. What can kill the bat?
Anyways, is the bot up and running? Hang on, let me check.
I'll check as well.
Nope, it's not working.
No.
I'll get the music.
Okay, yeah, just send me the link and I'll play it.
Also, guys, we have a special announcement involving Ranger.
Wait, I think
What?
did we cover
We
it?
know, but we'll cover
that next week.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
Silver, here's the link.
Thank you.
All I have to say is this is not nonsense.
Alright, let me just get this started. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kensei o hajimeu ka. 一つのキーワード。二つのキーワード。
Extension.
最後のキーワード。
3.
Instantly, my guess is Kamen Rider O's. Damn it.
Wrong.
Onk? Body extension.
Wait. Hold on. I smell smoke. I think this one's Scotland.
Wait, dream as in,
3,
To
not dream.
Oh, 3.
Body extension 3.
sorry, it's just that Flutter wrote the wrong word.
What?
I fixed it.
Body.
My guess is Maximum Mighty X.
No.
That's my first guess.
Zero the Wild?
Yep.
Juo Eagle Yasei Kaiho?
No.
No.
3.
You each have one guess left. Well,
I give
mine
up.
got two.
I've got 2 guesses left. I've only guessed once.
Yeah.
And I haven't said anything.
I give
Okay.
up.
Oh. Okay. Flip. Third.
Iban?
Yep.
3.
Scotsman, you currently have 2 guesses left. What are your guesses?
And he muted himself.
He's thinking. He's cheating.
No. He's not cheating.
I can smell the smoke coming from his head.
You can smell the smoke.
Yes. You can smell the smoke.
I'm gonna give you guys a 2-minute timer.
Play the Jeopardy waiting music.
Do 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 do.
I can't. I'm out of breath.
Kamen Rider W Cyclone Joker Extreme.
No.
Well, that's
I'm
my
sorry,
last
Silver.
guess.
I'm sorry, Silver, but you just lost the game.
Pew.
Don't laugh, Laura, because you sold up all your guesses.
I know.
And I still got all mine, but I don't. But I honestly don't know because DLBot has been playing around with keywords and having them apply to aspects of certain things. So I don't know if it's a good thing for his keywords or a bad thing for us.
Do you have
Which is
another
it?
guess, Crimson?
Which is it? You will never know.
The only other thing I can think of from a Sentai Power Rangers or Rider thing is that stupid battleizer from Dino Thunder.
That's wrong too.
You know, Scotton, I honestly thought we were sure one of you would guess that.
Anyways, I think that this will wrap it up for now, because because time's up. We should.
Hang on, guys. I need to switch the phone real quick.
Okay.
Well, in the
Well, he's got
meanwhile,
fixed-
Oh,
in the
another thing
meanwhile,
about Bill?
What?
The writer, first off, knew what he was doing, and second off, didn't treat this series as if it was just for kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what?
So
Flutter?
like, I don't know if it's really important.
The
that
writer?
for DL he's back anyway.
Guts, the writer knew what he was doing and didn't treat this series just for kids.
So yeah,
Also, he was there
so
for
yeah,
the whole
he-
thing.
so
unlike
he went-
Gross's writer.
So
Oh, yeah,
so
Flutter,
the thing
you-
is, he went to the Riku Sanjo school of not being an idiot writer.
And not talking down to the audience.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, so shall we
Take
wrap
notes,
things up?
Shirakura.
Shall we wrap things up now?
Right, yeah. Anyways, I have been your resident Radiant Rider, Silver Maxis, saying peace out, stay awesome, and send up za Vangaro.
I have been your flamboyant flyer, Flyer98, saying, on flyers.
I have been your adventure of Egg, Guts Masterson, saying, wait, what was that noise?
Huh? What noise?
That was
Thought
from
I
Show
heard
You
it.
Side.
Nope, it's not my side.
Oh, it's DL.
Sorry.
Anyways, Guts, continue.
Your adventure of Egg, Guts Masterson, saying, watch out for clock people. Hopefully Geo is a good series. We all love Build here, and stop taking my eggs. I need them.
Yoru?
This is your Curry Crimson. I have booze here. I don't know, stay frosty and sit down. The Vanguard.
Boo! Yeah, Kyoryu, you get the slipper. Whap.
Oh my god.
Anyways, DL.
Okay. I have been your DL reminding you that I'm just a passing by Toku fan. Remember that? Please don't forget to praise Army more goddamn Kuroto. And even though build is over, as always, wait for it.
Nice.
DLBot, next week, get a new gimmick.
Yeah.
No, I love my evil driver. I'm not.
You know,
fine with
he's
it.
just gonna take gimmicks from every single series. Just wait. He's gonna get one for Zeo as well. And then he's just gonna keep adding on. Hell, if this podcast lasts 5 years, he'll have like 5 different gimmicks.
Assuming he doesn't sell any of them because those toys are expensive. Why do you think I've only got 2?
Anyways, Dragoon, go ahead and sign
you
off.
can always ask that guy for more.
Well, I've been the special guest Dragoon, and I don't know how long I'll be in this, but like, if you guys need me, like, I guess hit me up, and I'll catch you guys later. Ciao.
Anyways, bye everybody.
Got it.
Bye-bye.
And
1 hour, 2 minutes.
And here's hoping that Zio is good. Don't disappoint, guys.
You'll be
Over the
stronger than
Quartzer.
before.